Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome in. Welcome back to another Ghost stream. I do believe this is number 7. I'm Little Rue. This is Little Rue Plus 2. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm just finishing getting set up right now, but I wanted to go ahead and go live and say hey to everybody. Thanks so much again for coming in. Don't forget to high-five that like button on the way in, and we will be getting rolling in just a second here. I'm just checking some messages and making sure I'm not missing anybody. Excuse me. But welcome in, everybody. We appreciate you being here. Thanks so much. If anybody can hear me, let me know. It does look like I might be having some technical difficulties, so give me 1 second. I'm going to see if I can get that worked out. All right, there I am. Not sure why that did that, but welcome in, everybody. Thanks so much. Okay, and I did just put instructions on how to get here in that other chat. For some reason, I don't know why the waiting screen and waiting room didn't automatically go over to the video, but it does look like we're live. So welcome in, everybody. I appreciate it. Rainbow, hey, how's it going? Happy midnight. Happy 3:23 a.m. to you. All right. Thanks so much for coming in. Like I said, I don't know why the waiting room was doing its thing like that. But hopefully we'll get everybody over here. I just sent a message over there, so people should be popping in a minute. Jeanette said, yo ho, a pirate's life for me. Hey, Rue. Hey, Jeanette. How's it going? Thanks so much for finding me. Sorry about all the having to go through that one to get to this one. We're here. We're here. All right. I'm just making sure everybody can find me from that other link, because for some reason that other link does not want to play nice with me. So I am getting that fixed right now. Okay. Welcome in. Like I said, I'm Little Rue. This is Little Rue Plus 2. Welcome to the Ghost Stream number 7. Technically number 9, but number 7 that you can find. Very, very excited to be here. If you're Ninja watching or just joining us for the first time, thanks so much for being here. Kind of what we do here is we talk to different people in the chat. We talk to different mods and creators and people from out on the West Coast, because I am on the East Coast. And we just kind of talk about Disney. Occasionally we talk about other things. If you go back and check out last night around the 2-hour mark, that's a fun one. That's a fun one. So go check that out if you haven't. I appreciate that. Also, I think you can actually read everything in the background for a change. Yay! Yay, that's exciting. Hey, Daisy, welcome in. Thanks so much for joining us. I appreciate you being here. Let's see. Miss Garcia, what's going on? She said, hello, Triple Threat Rue. I appreciate that, Miss Garcia. Always, always. Good to have you back in tonight. I don't know why the link was sending everybody to something else, so I just had to refresh the page and everything. But we are up, and look, you can read my shirt. It's great. By the way, shout out to Jay Garcia, no relation. He's the one that helped me fix that today. I didn't realize that there was a setting staring me in the face this whole time where you guys could actually see everything on the right side of me. So that's exciting. That's exciting. Good morning, Nightbot. How are you? All right. While we're waiting for everybody to kind of pop in, I know there's some other people that were waiting. Hey, Wendy girl, what's going on? Thanks so much for joining. All right. Looks like Cordy is getting some pho. I believe with Christina, but I've got her over here where I can see her. And I think Ace is still live. Let me check. I had him up on this screen. Let's reload that screen. He may have ended, but I thought he said there was going to be a part 2, so I'm not sure. We'll see. He may have ended for the night, so we'll see. We'll see. Who knows? Who knows? Again, thanks everybody for joining. I wasn't as late tonight as I was last night, so that's good. I did want to apologize, though. I didn't have time to set up the full thing. I literally woke up and was like, oh, it's time to do the thing. And so I was just like, here, I'm here. So Wendy said he's done. Okay, cool. So hopefully he'll hop in and say hello here in just a little while because he likes to hang out over here. Again, if you missed last night's stream or you weren't there for some of the later hour stuff, I highly recommend checking out Ghost Stream number 6 around the 2-hour-ish mark, hour and a half. It got real fun there. We had Winx Wild Ride in here. We had Ace Garcia. We had Ace Snoop 32. I just woke up again, guys. Sorry. Ace Snoop 32. And then I believe we had PJ Ponderosa. We had Jay in here last night. And, of course, you know, a bunch of the All-Star mods in chat. So definitely go check that out. It was a really, really fun time. There was a whole section where I couldn't even read the screen because I was just laughing so hard. So please, please go check that out. It was a lot of fun. Also, big news. We hit 88 subscribers today, guys. 88 subscribers. I love it. Thank you so much. That's all you guys. That's all you guys. All I do is sit here and hang out with you and talk to you. Again, we'll be doing other things later. And if you guys don't know about that, there is other content on this channel that's going to be coming out. We will be going to Walt Disney World on the 15th of March through the 22nd. So there'll be a bunch of vlogs and lives and shorts and reels and deals and things and stuff. So check that out. Also, we will be going to Busch Gardens Williamsburg in Virginia for their wine and food festival, and that'll be in May around the 16th through the 18th, so please stay tuned for that. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you know when I go live, because that way you can hang out and we can have some fun. All right, just catching up on the chat here. Looks like everybody's saying, hey, cool, cool, cool. Wendy Girl said, I heard it was fun last night. Yes, it was a lot of fun, Wendy Girl. And there were several references to it today, which in other chats, which were hilarious. I was dying. Because people are like, huh? What are they talking about? So definitely go check that out. Excuse me. Mike Skellington, what's up, my guy? Thanks so much for coming back. I appreciate you. We're gonna have some fun tonight. I'm just kind of waiting on everybody to get here. But again, we hit 88 subscribers. That is huge. I appreciate it. That puts us 12 away from 100. Yes, Rainbow. I know. I am so excited. I definitely did not imagine this was gonna happen like this. So I'm thrilled. I'm ecstatic. And it's all you guys. It's all you guys. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. Also, I know I had mentioned in a previous stream the Hot Ones Challenge, and I know a lot of the creators that have been on here kind of agreed that we would do a virtual Hot Ones Challenge at some point. But I had done one last year, and so I finally was able to locate the footage. Now I just need to get it all spliced together and turn the sound up because the sound quality is terrible. And then that probably will show up on here in the next 24 to 48 hours. So I did want to let you guys know about that. Also, I was up till probably 6 o'clock p.m. This time. So that would have been 3 p.m. y'all's time. Just working on things and finding that, and getting it downloaded and building this and building that. So I did want to let the mods know we do now have a Cash App connected to this, as well as a PayPal connected to this, as well as we finally have an email. It's an email, and it's dedicated just to this. So go check that out. There should be commands for at least the first two that I talked about, and the email should be on my page. If you go to the links at the very bottom, it says view email. It should pop right up there. That is Megan, Joey, and some numbers at gmail.com. Feel free to check that out or send me a direct message if you would like. I know in the past I've said hit me up through Insta. I'm kind of going to try to start moving towards using the email for that kind of stuff, just so I can kind of keep everything straight. So that's kind of all the house cleaning I have right this second. Let me just see what the chat's talking about here. Oh, let's see. I'm watching myself and Cordy simultaneously too, Mike. Yeah, it looks like they're looking at the... Oh, that place looks really good, by the way. Like, really good. Thank you, Miss Garcia. It took me a lot longer than I wanted it to, but I finally went to bed. I basically told the wife, like, okay, we worked this out. I'm going to bed. And again, just like yesterday, I was planning on getting up earlier and doing some other stuff and maybe doing an earlier stream. And then I got a text message from someone who watches, who I won't name by name, but literally I got a text and it woke me up and I was like, oh, what time is it? And I look and it's like, oh, I gotta go. So glad I was able to make it in. Again, thanks guys. I appreciate all of you. I do have to do a short business work thing in the morning. It's not something that I have to be super awake for. I just kind of have to be there. And I won't be there for very long, but that's not till like mid-morning. So we do have some time to hang out tonight and, cut up and do our thing. Again, last night did get a little spicy. I did have to put a disclaimer in the description of the video, just because of some of the stuff we were talking about. So if you don't know what I'm talking about or you missed it, go check that out. Also, I will be taking my mandated 2-minute breaks, 2-minute streamer breaks, which I know we were joking with Living Dead Fam this morning when they went live. By the way, go check out that video on Living Dead Fam. They were awesome. Those waffles looked banging, and that coffee machine looked like something an astronaut would use. Like, it looked so complicated in my opinion, but I don't know anything about coffee machines. So, but it looked really cool. And just hearing him describe like the notes and the flavors of the coffee, I was like, see, now I want coffee. And I don't even drink coffee anymore. Which I know is surprising to you guys, but I really don't drink coffee that much anymore. There was a time in my life where I drank 2 cups to start the day of like double strength black coffee. And then I literally took a Nalgene bottle full and would finish it in like the first hour and a half I was at school. This was when I was in high school. And I did that every single day. And it got to the point where I was like, I gotta stop. Because I'd be like this 1 second, the next second I'm like, boom, on my desk. So I kind of don't do coffee unless I absolutely have to. You probably will see me drink some coffee at Disney, because that's going to be some burning the candle at both ends, as they say. But yeah, if you haven't checked it out yet, Courtney is live. I don't mind if you're dual streaming or if you want to go over and hang out with her or say hey. If you do, go say hey. Tell her Little Roo said hey, and then she's a rock star, and then I'm watching her right now because they're getting some pho over there. I think it's her and Christina. So that's a fun time. That's always a fun time. And then, of course, she'll be doing her karaoke on the way home, and that's usually on Twitch, so go check that out as well. Also, mods, please remind me later, I need to add a link for Cordy's Twitch. I'm not sure if I can do that or how that works, but I will try to figure it out so that people can hit over there and catch that, because that's always a fun time. She loves to drive around and drive home or drive to the beach or wherever, but she'll drive around, she'll play music, you get to kind of build the playlist for her, so it's a really, really fun time. So thanks again, everybody, for coming in. I appreciate every single one of you. Yes, Wendy Girl, LDF, Living Dead Fam Ghost Stories this Thursday should be fun. I'm very, very excited about it. Mark your calendars, guys. Living Dead Fam is doing the Ghost Stories from their, I think they said their loft. So they're going to make it all spoopy, and people are submitting ghost stories. So if you don't know anything about that, go over to Living Dead Fam. Also, mods, if you can drop some of these links in the chat, that'd be awesome. I appreciate all of you. But go check them out. If you have a ghost story or something that you want to submit to them, go ahead and do that. I think you have just under another probably 12 hours or less to get those stories in. So go check that out. And then they will be doing the live reading and hanging out on Thursday. I'm very, very excited for it. Mike said, love Christina. She was hilarious last night. Yes, she was. And she was telling Cordy about some of it on her stream. And it was funny because I happened to be listening while I was setting up. And it was very funny. It was very funny because she was like, oh, there, Spicy Ace showed up last night, and this thing happened, and Cordy's like, what? it was really funny. It was really funny. But definitely shoot over there. She is still on YouTube, doing her thing. Like I said, getting some food and just kind of chatting and hanging out. So definitely check that out. All right, let's see here. Let's see. I'm just going back up in here, making sure I didn't miss anything. Perfect. I'm going to go ahead and reload since we had all that issue earlier. By the way, if you're just joining, I do apologize. I am not sure what happened with that link and why it didn't just auto sync to the stream. So I'll be investigating that tomorrow. So just for future reference, if it's past the time I'm supposed to go live and you don't see the little live insignia, or especially if it's past the time I'm supposed to go live and you see a live insignia on my channel page, like I said, just go back to the channel page and click on that. It should bring you right over here. We shouldn't have that issue again. Mike said, first rule of Ghost Chat, there is no Ghost Chat. Second rule of Ghost Chat, there is no Ghost Chat. You are very, very right, sir. Very, very right. That's kind of how this thing started. Fun fact, my wife actually asked me today, she goes, so why do you call it the Ghost Stream? And I was like, you need to go back and watch. I explained this multiple times. And she's like, well, just tell me. And so I explained to her kind of how it started and all that kind of thing. And she goes, oh. So it was funny. It was funny. I was like, wow, you just kind of told on yourself there, didn't you, honey? A third rule of Ghost Chat, what happens in Ghost Chat stays in Ghost Chat until it goes up on my YouTube page and people watch it. And I have to put a disclaimer. Yeah. But yes, that is the vibe over here. Like I said, I'm going to try to keep this kind of content separate. I did build a playlist for this today that is just going to be the Ghost Chats, and then that way I can keep the Disney content on a whole nother playlist, and it all is just kind of under the big umbrella of Little Roo Plus 2, and that way we can kind of isolate the two just a little bit, because this is the more adult-themed kind of chat, especially last night, and of course the content at the parks will be much more like GPG, just so that I can kind of, keep the different things doing their thing. Oh, let's see. Miss Garcia said, you are so right, Mike Skellington. Christina Holmes is awesome. Yes, she is. PJ, there you go. Yes, you made it. You found me. Sorry about that. I don't know if you were still on the other link waiting for me to go live. I was looking at myself and I'm like, okay, I see I'm live over here, but why am I not live here? So sorry about that. I do apologize, but thank you so much for coming in. Sending good vibes your way, buddy. Sending good vibes your way. Everybody say hey to PJ. Also, if you see Jay, look. It's not backwards. You can read it. Jay Garcia, no relation. Helped me work that out earlier today, and I was very, very, very happy about that. Jeanette asked at PJ Ponderosa, how are you feeling, my friend? Yes, send some good vibes his way. I think he's a little under the weather today, but he'll be right back out there. He bounces back. He'll be great. But yeah, everybody send some love his way. Definitely want him to feel better as soon as possible. I can read your sweater, Little Roo Plus 2. No relation. Yes, Jay, thank you so much for that earlier. If I had realized it was that great big button that's literally the very first option on the settings list, probably would have done this earlier. So I apologize about that. But hey, that's what we do, is we try to get better every night, right? Also, PJJ, check it out. 88 subscribers as of today, as of the start of this stream. I'm very, very, very excited. We are 12 away from 100. We are doing the thing, guys, and I really, really appreciate everybody's support and help. I couldn't do it without you guys, especially PJ's Ponderosa. So please go over and check out their stuff. If you have not, you're missing out. You really, really are missing out. Also, do pardon me. I noticed last night when I was rewatching, because I was very tired, I just woken up. I'm kind of in the same boat today, because I woke up maybe 40 minutes ago. So, yes, Jay did get to meet Oswald. I saw that, Wendy Girl. We actually watched it live, not on number 6, but on number 5. So I was at work watching. I had to step away when he met Oswald. I was really upset about it. But they let me do a live rewatch and react to him meeting Oswald for the first time. So go check out Ghost Stream number 5. If anybody knows the rough timestamp of that, feel free to drop that in the link so Wendy Girl can go check that out. All right. This file looks amazing. I'm not going to lie. I don't even know the name of this restaurant over there that Cordy's at, but it's making me even hungrier. Like, I wolfed down some of my daughter's spaghetti earlier that she made yesterday while I was sleeping just to get something to my stomach. Because like I said, I slept right up to, like, I literally finished eating 2 minutes later. You were looking at me. So, I'm still a little hungry. And I'll be honest, looking at that, it looks banging. It looks banging. So, if you don't know what I'm talking about, go check out Cordy. A bunch of us like to dual stream or it's not dual stream. We like to watch each other's streams all at the same time. So I am totally okay with that. Or if you want to hop over there in the chat and say, hey, just tell her I said hey, and she's a rock star, and she needs to, send me those leftovers because it looks delicious. Yeah, you can actually see it now. They're normally hiding behind the chat. And of course you see Figment over here. Wait, no, now everything's in the correct place. I have to get used to that. Oh, and I did put him on this side. So Figment's over here. I'm literally like, it's over there. Wait, huh? It's so weird because now everything's not mirrored. I'm used to everything being in reverse. I've finally gotten used to it. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. I had him kind of give you a little attitude with the headline tonight. That was just for you, PJ. Just for you. Figment is definitely going to stare you down tonight. Let's see. Jay said, hi, chat. I want some more Oswald Sunday from Clarabelle's at DCA. That sounds delish. That sounds delish. God, you're not going to make me hungry, aren't you? What? Again, as always, guys, I have my adorable golden doodle in the next room, and apparently he's decided he wants to say hello tonight. So, I don't know what he's doing. What are you doing? Hey. What are you doing? What are you doing, Sherlock? Yeah, I see that tail wag. What are you playing with? Oh, I see what it is. This dog is huge, by the way, and I apologize for the barking. I may have to stop for a second here in a minute because it's literally the cats messing with him is what it is. They come up and they just stand and stare at him. And he's like... so I'm not sure if he's trying to play or if he's like, don't hurt me. Even though he's 8 times bigger than any of my cats. Jay, I would bring him into the chat. I can't. He is still too much of a puppy. Give me 1 second, guys. 1 second. I'm sorry. I'm going to mute this. I'm going to step away for just a second. I'll be right back. Okay, guys, sorry about that. I'm back. It was one of the cats sitting right outside his gate just staring at him. And it was driving him nuts. So I had to go run the cat off and tell him to calm down. If he starts in again, I'll get him a chewy bone or something. But again, I apologize about that. He's adorable, but he's still very, very young. He's only a couple months old. Well, I guess at this point we're at about 6 months old. So he's probably not even half as big as he's going to be. And he's already very, very large. So, but it is really funny because the cats will mess with him and just come up and be like, and do this number. He's like, he's so big. He's so big. It's just so funny. All right, let me see. Let me catch up on the chat here. Give me 1 second. He just said he wants me to release me and his secrets. Yeah, Jay, literally, he's so high energy. If I brought him in over where you could see him and into the chat, he would, I mean, all of my computer, everything would be on the floor. Like, it would be something out of a movie. You just see the camera go and be like, ah, and all the stuff flying in the air. Because he's a whirlwind. He's a whirlwind. PJ said, I must see Doggy. I love me some animals. I do too. Not tonight. Sherlock, really? Okay, I will deal with that later. I love that dog. I do. He's a menace, but I love that dog. Oh, let's see. Then Jay said, no, don't mute us. Sorry about that. His bark is him in the chat. Exactly, he was just saying hey to you guys. That's all it was. It definitely was not him barking at a cat. It definitely was not. PJ, it is a golden doodle. So if you don't know what a golden doodle is, go look it up and look up how big they get. Because, yeah. But like the curly, like my hair, how curly it is, that's how his hair looks. But it's like the color of my wall. So, but he's adorable. He's just very high strung and very much still a puppy. So, yeah. Let's see. Oh no, I didn't mean to run PJ off. I'm sorry. Making my way to save that critter. Trust me, you don't have to save him. He's got a whole room, and it's not a small one. That is all his, with, you know, toys galore and food and water and all the things. He's just fine. But yeah, he's literally in the next room over, and there's no door. So that's why you can hear him so clearly when he decides to say hello. So anyway, I digress. And again, if you haven't looked it up, go check out how big a golden doodle gets, because they're quite large and quite silly. Quite silly. Yeah, I'm talking about you. Yes, I am. Oh gosh, is another cat bothering you? Really? We're going to do this tonight? You've been good for 9 nights in a row, and you're going to bark tonight? What? What is it? I'm right here. I'm right here. Is there another cat over there staring at you? Really? Tell me about it. Come on, you can tell the chat too. Tell me about it. We'll just turn this over to you. What do you want to say? Tell me your opinions. Really? Yeah? All that, and now you're quiet? Okay, yeah, that's what I'm saying. The floor is yours, man. Go for it. And he turns around and walks away. Oh, and now he's back. All right, so I apologize. Apparently this is going to be a fun night. Yes, he is a good boy. Yes, he is. PJ Ponderosa says you're a good boy. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Yeah. All right, get down. Get down. Thank you. Can you behave for me, please? Maybe? Those cats are driving you nuts, aren't they? By the way, if he comes over this gate, it's going to be a mess. So suddenly you see me go, oh no, and like grab the phone. That's what's happening. Lay down. Go lay down. Go lay down. What are you doing? I see the cat. Yes, the cat's not going to bother you. The cat's over here. You're over there. Like, I don't understand. Okay, anyway, back to this. Sorry about that, guys. Let's see. What he said. He wants to be a YouTube star. Yes, I guess he does. I guess he does. PJ, yeah, he's like, I'm done now. And then he comes right back 2 seconds later. So it's like, okay, I'm done now. What are we doing? Squirrel. What is your dog's name? Is it boy or girl, Root? It's a boy, and his name is Sherlock. Sherlock Grayson Esquire. But I normally just call him Sherlock. But I wanted to give him some distinguishness to his name. I don't know why I did this, but I don't know. Anyway. Okay, I'm still waking up, guys. All right, this is fun. This is fun. But yes, I have a picture of him somewhere. I might be able to put up. Let me see. There you go. That's what the puppy looks like. That is what the puppy looks like. And that was taken probably 2.5 months ago, so he's double that size now. Double that size. So, he's a good boy, though. When he chooses to be. Not always, but when he chooses to be. Hey, Snoopy32, what's up? How's it going? Hopefully you had a great night tonight. I caught kind of the tail end of your stream, but I was watching. I overslept, I'm sorry. But welcome in, welcome in. Jeanette said, oh, how adorable. Yes, he is very, very, very cute. But he's a menace. In a good way, but he's a menace. That's one way to keep a room clean, is put a puppy in there and then let them clean it for you, and then you clean up. I don't recommend it. No, he's great. He's great. All right, just checking here. All right. Let's go over here. See if anybody else is still out there doing their thing. Again, Cordy is still over there eating that pho. It looks delicious. I believe she's with Christina, so feel free to go check that out. Also, don't miss her car ride home, because that's always a fun time. She does the karaoke in her car. People can build the playlist and all that kind of thing. It's a lot of fun to watch. It's just a really good vibe to kind of wind down and everything. So feel free to go over there and check that out. I do highly recommend it. And she's also really nice, and she's a rock star. We love Cordy over here. So thank you so much, Cordy. Enjoy that food. Send me your leftovers, please. Alrighty. I'm just double checking that everybody's pretty much done for the evening under that. All right. Ace said, LOL. What stays in chat is in chat. No more heels talk in my stream. I missed that. That's funny. That's funny because that got mentioned in another stream too. That's funny. Ace is like, don't do that. Don't do that. That's great. That's great. And Miss Garcia, as always, thanks for being here. Please keep me on my schedule tonight. I appreciate it. As always. It does stay in chat until people go back and watch it. I will say this morning during Living Dead Fam, Weeks hops in there and goes, hey, it's time for your mandatory break. And I don't think they followed the reference, but hopefully they went back and watched it because that was really funny because I was like, you're killing me right now, dude. You're killing me. Okay. It's fun. We're having fun. In fact, I might go back and restart Ace's stream just to see what I missed. I want to know where that happened, Ace. Let me know. I'm curious to see what was said because I bet that was funny. I bet that was very funny. All right. For those that were not here earlier when I started, I am going to recap a few things real quick. First of all, we are at 88 subscribers. Thank you so much to everyone. We're well on that road to 100. Only 12 away. So I'm loving it. We get a little bit every day, which I really, really appreciate. So that's amazing. Also, I have talked about the Hot Ones Challenge thing in the past. I know a bunch of the streamers, including myself, have agreed that we'll do it at some point this year. However, I did do it last year with my wife and my best friend. And let's just say it's a video of me going from very nervous to in a lot of pain. And all of the emotions in between. It's definitely a progression. It's a progression. But that video will be coming out probably in the next 24 to 48. I finally have it downloaded. I just have to get it edited and everything, and I'll probably drop it on YouTube for you guys to enjoy. So please go check out and enjoy me suffering, because that's really what that was me suffering. So figured I wanted to mention that. Let's see. Ace said, keep that spicy. And they said, talked about the heels at 1,000 subs with the Hot Ones. We're just like combining all the ideas into one. Hit 1,000, you get tased while you're doing the Hot Ones Challenge in heels. That's too funny. And in the middle of eating the wing, you take your 2-minute break. Which, mash up. Love it. But thanks so much, everybody, for coming in tonight. I really, really appreciate it. We actually had a lot of people pop in and out last night that were ninja watching. So make sure that we show some love to our ninja watchers. We appreciate you guys. If you're just listening to this and you haven't hit subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. It is going to help the channel. This is a very young channel. Also hit that notification bell so you don't ever miss any of our adventures. We'll be doing lots of things. Also, that's how you can talk to me in the chat, is hitting that subscribe. And it's literally free to do. It doesn't cost anything. But it helps us out immensely over here at Little Root Plus 2. And we appreciate every single one of you being here. Yes, Miss Garcia, also while being sprayed with bear spray. I forgot about that. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go back to Ghost Stream number 6, which is on my channel. Go to about an hour 45 to 2 hours in. So about halfway, somewhere around there. If you're just visually doing it, it's when I start doing this a lot because I'm laughing. So go back to just before that and watch, and it's a good time. It's a good time. It was hilarious. People that were here, it was just a mess. It was a mess. All right, let's see. We need Miss Garcia to be there live off camera to help organize everything. I mean, she basically is. This whole side of my computer right now is pretty much dedicated to direct messages, especially from Miss Garcia. So, yeah, I mean, she really is. I feel like she's just sitting right here like, okay, time. It's time. You need to eat, which I appreciate. I really, really appreciate it. Keeps me honest, keeps me on my toes. So, Mike said, Ace is like, remove Mike's wrench. Oh, Ace was going to pull your wrench? Oh, no. And then he said, just was slightly embarrassed. You're fine. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Don't be embarrassed. That is funny though, that he was like, I'm going to take his wrench away. That's really funny. Wendy said, Sherlock is playing with his toy. Yes, he is. He is, yes, he is. He's got a plethora of them in there. So he's kind of taking turns, squeaking or jumping on things or pouncing things. He's having fun over there. Miss Garcia is my first mod. She's seen everything. LOL, my streams. I totally would believe that. I totally believe that. I feel like Miss Garcia's seen pretty much every stream that's happened, which is great. Which is great. That's one of the reasons I love having her over here. Who let the dogs out? Not me. Not me. Not me. I need to know more about that, Mike Skellington. Oh, Lord. Yes, woof, 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 Wendy Girl. You're right. Apparently he is going to be my co-star tonight. So I guess I'll have to make it Little Blue. Wow, I can't talk. Little Rue plus 2.5 or 2.5. Also, I forgot to check. Okay, no cats behind me right now. I did have a cat right up behind me when I was getting set up, and I completely spaced on looking to see if he was still back there. So, about letting the dogs out, Miss Garcia? That's what Mike said. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. What is it? Why are you whining at your toy? I will say our first break tonight's probably going to be a little bit longer because I am going to take him out when I take a break just to try to get some of this energy out. So it may be more like 3 or 4 minutes. Just a quick heads up. I wanted to go ahead and mention that. Squeaky, squeaky, squeaky. A Snoop said, we saw Cordy and Christina tonight too. Yes, I did see that portion. That was a lot of fun. Just a little streamer crash there with all you guys. That was perfect. A lot of fun to watch. A lot of fun to watch, man. But you're always fun to watch. I like your stuff. Also, go check out A Snoopy 32 if you haven't yet. Let's see. Miss Garcia. No, the wrench. Spicy dogs after hours. Yes, yes. PJ said, I love all animals, but cats are my fave. And then Ace, are you an angry dog? He's like, I'll be known with the squeaky toy. Yes. No, see, he agreed. He agreed. You're killing me tonight, dude. You're killing me. One job, man. One job. He looks so happy over there, too. He's like... Oh, Lord. Yeah. I'm definitely going to be taking him out when I take my break here in a few minutes. Let's see. He doesn't want to be silenced. No one can silence the Sherlock. No one can silence the Sherlock. The tip is 55, so it's not cold out. We let him out. Thank you, Wendy Girl, for the heads up, because I have not been outside since... yesterday afternoon? Yeah. I had to think about it for a second. PG said, I love it. Well, I'm glad. I'm glad. He had to make his presence known. He was like, I've been watching you long enough. It's my turn, bro. Honestly, I will speak for myself. I don't mind his squeaking. Well, I appreciate that because I don't really have a choice right now. Let's see. Jeanette said, speaking of cats and the movie Cats and Dogs, there's a part where the cat is like, cats rule. Oh, that part made me laugh. Yes. Cats and Dogs is actually one of my favorite movies. Or at least was when I was growing up. It's just so much fun. Their dogs are in the title too. It's not just cats. Calm down. Well, you got to think about it. What do you think? Is that okay? Can I continue? Are we good? I'm waiting. He's going to hop that gate. It's going to happen. It's going to be a really, really bad day for me and a really funny view for you guys. Let's see. Does your dog use a puppy pad or does he use grass? Both, I guess. We do take him out and he uses the grass, everything. We also try to put a pad down usually in the room because he is still a puppy. However, again, because he is still a puppy, we're still working on that. I didn't mean to offend you. I'm sorry. It's true. Well, calm down. This is actually getting kind of funny. Okay. I didn't mean you were funny. I meant this is funny. Really? Well, tell me how... All right. Tell me how you really feel. Really? All that in a bag of chips, huh? Okay. All right. Can I continue? No. Okay. All right. I think that's what he has to say about that. PJ said, am I about to get canceled? I don't think I've seen that movie. It's all good. Go back and look it up, though. It is really, really funny. Basically, the whole thing is like the cats are very much like the head evil cat is like an all white, very much like in James Bond, like, you know, the cat that he's stroking, it's that cat basically. And he has, you know, all these, you know, other cats that are like around the table and he's plotting like world domination. And then the dogs are all like super spies that have like a secret organization underground, like under their dog houses. And like they're trying to keep the cats from taking over the world and all this other. It's really, really funny though. It's really, really funny. There's probably one of my favorite scenes is one of the cat spies, like a cat ninja, comes in and there's this big fight between him and the dog. And it's very much like he's standing on two paws. They're doing like kung fu. And then suddenly like a human walks in and the cat, you know, there's this huge mess where all the, you know, the whole kung fu fight took place in the kitchen of the house. And suddenly the dog, here, you know, the human walks in, it goes to the human point of view and they're looking at the dog, just kind of looking up like, oh, sorry, surrounded by mess and trash can. And then this, you know, just kitten like, and of course the dog gets put outside and the cat's like adopted. It was a whole thing. But it's really, really funny. You should go check it out. Wendy Girl. PJ said he's offended, hands down. LOL. That's just a squeaky toy. I don't think he's offended. He's just opinionated. Maybe that. And you can hear his squeaks. Yeah, I'm sure you can. They're very loud and they're right there. Let's see. Jay, all pet owners know the tones and you can tell when they're coming for you. LOL. Right. Yes, Jeanette. I miss watching that movie too. I actually need to find that DVD. I have it somewhere. Thoughts on board games, yay or nay? You mean on stream or off stream? Because I like board games. Here's a question. What's everybody's favorite board game? Why not? Throw that in chat. I'm just curious. Also, Jeanette, I hope the thing that you messaged me about works. Because I know you had some tech questions, so I did respond to that. I don't know. I didn't look back to see if you had seen what I sent to you after, like right before I started. So, shout out to Jeanette, by the way. She is here almost every night. We love Jeanette over here. Thanks so much for joining. I really, really appreciate you being here. Jay said Uno plus cards against humanity. Oh, okay. Okay. Have you ever played Skip-Bo? I had never played it, and my sister-in-law loves it. And Peachy goes, does Uno count as a board game? Chase said Monopoly while drinking plus 4 or more peeps. Good call. I have a Star Wars Monopoly somewhere that's I think Phantom Menace themed. So I play that one actually more than I play classic Monopoly. But it's a lot of fun. I enjoy Monopoly. I used to play a lot of Game of Life, but again, you have to have like 4+ people. There's several Disney trivia games. I know, shocker. Little Roo plays Disney trivia games. No one saw that coming. I know none of you saw that coming. I'm breaking the mold in everybody's brain right now. But yeah, I have several like Disney trivia games that also are like a board game. So you like answer the question, you either go back or forward and that kind of thing. I might try to play one on camera if I can ever stream not at 3 o'clock in the morning and later. We'll see. Let's see. Jeanette said, my favorite board game is Cards Against Humanity. I played quite a bit of that in college. I'm not going to lie. I used to play quite a bit of that. And that was always like a big group of people, and there was usually some alcohol involved. Has anyone played Card Against Humanity? It's a card. Yes, I am very familiar. Very familiar with what that is. Jay said, but PJ and I love our puzzles, though. 500+ pieces, though. Nice. I do not have room for a puzzle right now. I love doing puzzles. I used to do a ton of them. Then we had the little +2. And she took over as much of the house as she could take over. And now, especially between the puppy and the little Roo, yeah, I don't have a place for a puzzle right now. It would be like, oh, I got it half done. I walk away to get a drink, come back, and it would just be all kinds of everywhere. And I'd be like, what happened? Look, Daddy, I made art. I made art. Isn't it nice? And I'm like, so I'm just sparing myself the the trauma. I'm just sparing myself the trauma, and I'll wait till she gets a little bit older. I know she has some puzzles that we do together sometimes, so she enjoys them. She enjoys them. Anybody else on their favorite games? I'm looking at you, Jay, and you know why I'm looking at you. Right now, really? Sorry, I have a certain someone that's enjoying messing with me while I'm trying to talk. Oh, Lord. And Jay has been put in timeout. No relation. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. No, I'm enjoying this. He's literally direct messaging me all like spam jokes right now, just trying to get me to look over at this screen and crack. So thank you so much for that. I guess this is practice for when I'm at the park and there's multiple things happening around me at once. I've got Cordy eating over here, Jay and PJ trying to make me laugh over here and like get my attention, and then of course everything in the middle is this. So a lot of things going on over here right now, and I just woke up. Let's do 10 more minutes, Miss Garcia. 10 more minutes, please. Let's see. Jeanette said, Rue, have you played Exploit? Whoa. No, I don't know what that is. And I don't know if I want to play that, Jeanette. I don't know how I feel about that one. I mean, I'll look up and see what it is. Actually, you know what? I want to know what this is. I'm scared to know, but I'm going to look it up. It's a card game? All right, also, let me turn this brightness down. I will have to read more about this later. Just off the title by itself, I was like, what? I don't know what you're talking about there. Oh, Jay said it's funny. Okay, well, I mean, okay, it is a card. Okay. I said nothing. My eyes are just wandering. Hello. Oh, gosh. Jeanette said, or excuse me, Mike said, wow, Jeanette, that sounds interesting. Look it up. It's a thing. Apparently it's cards. Everybody apparently knows about it but me, but I'm going to read more into it because I don't know. You're like, it's lovely, but not what it's supposed to be. Aha. I was very much like, I don't know. Oh, goodness. Okay. I will have to check out more about this game because now a bunch of you are saying like, okay, explode. Okay, apparently I have to check this out. Okay, good, Mike. You didn't know what it was either. I had to Google it. It is a card game. They're not kidding. I didn't look at like the rules and all that, but Mike, we're going to have to investigate. Jay's like, you can get it at Walmart or Target. And why I did that voice for Jay, I don't know. Just anytime I think about Walmart over here, the very thick accent pops into my head. Also, it's not Target, it's Target. It's Target. Jeanette, when you said that all I could think of is don't mess with cats, Dr. PJ, that's literally, I was like, really? So that happened on the street. Like, okay. Don't scare me like that, Jeanette. My blood pressure was like, whoop. Like, excuse me? What are we talking about? Oh, goodness. I didn't say it, PJ. I didn't say it. And I appreciate you sort of editing. But I didn't say it. I said, don't mess with cats. So go back and look. And I'll be double checking now. I'll be time-stamping this. All right? I'm going to double check, but I'm pretty sure I didn't say it. Ace said, are you into poker? I'm a card shark. Well, now I know not to play poker with you. Unless you're on my team. I have played poker in the past. I am in no way good at it. But it was a fun thing to do to pass the time. Now, there have been a couple times where I've gone on some streaks and, you know, maybe gotten a little extra cash out of it. But I don't really make it a habit of playing poker. I like blackjack. There's not really anywhere around here for me to go and play, really. And to be honest, I just don't have time anymore. But back when I was in college, or like that summer between senior year and college, I definitely played quite a bit of that. I also played a lot of pool. Let's play. Yeah, right, Mike? Exactly. Tick, tick, boom. Jay said, are you team Xbox or PlayStation? I am team indifferent. I am team Epic Mickey. How about that? I have an Xbox. It's actually the only game system that I own. Well, I have a Switch now. But for the longest time, it was the only game system I owned. And it was actually the first game system that I ever owned. I didn't get it until I was junior in college, sophomore in college, something like that. So I did not grow up with the video games, as it were. However, yeah? Well, which one do you like, Xbox or PS? He'll get back to us. I will say I've played an Xbox and I've played a PlayStation. I like my 360, but I really want to update to possibly a PlayStation because of a lot of the games I play. They, stopped making them where it's compatible with the 360, and so I need to upgrade so I can play all of the games that I haven't played yet. Let's see. My bad, Rue, my total badness. You're good, Jeanette. I just got scared there for a minute. I think Mike did too. Both of us were like, what did she just say? She seems so nice in chat. What happened? Oh, goodness. Walmart is the move. I don't know what that means. Chase said, let's play on Mario Kart. We can do that. I play Mario Kart. I'm down. I have a Switch too. So do I. I just never have time to play it. Because now anytime I'm not doing something or sleeping, I'm pretty much glued to this station doing things. So hopefully that will change once everything is kind of set and I get to the parks and can kind of step away from the computer and actually go out and do things. But right now, just until we get there, I am hyper-focused on making sure everything is set up and ready to go. Also, 11 days. Excuse me. 11 days. 11 days. Very, very, very excited. Very, very, very excited. Let's see. Whoops. I won't do it again. Want to keep the chat clean as possible. I don't mind. If you go back and look at last night's chat, there were definitely some interesting things. But basically, I try to keep track of it. And if I see it, I do try to keep it PG-13 over here. Not any further than that. But you're good. You're good, PJ. You're good. And if something does slip in chat, I just put a disclaimer in the description that says, like, hey, disclaimer, language. So you're totally good. You're totally good. Also, PJ, go back and watch when I was, I know you were watching at the time, but I think you might have missed it. Go back and rewatch, now having what we just talked about in your brain. Ghost Stream number 5, when I was watching Jay meet Oswald. And then look at the description of the video. Just go back and watch that little snippet, and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. I just said, I'm down to play Mario Kart. Hey, you know what? We might have a Mario Kart thing going. We got to figure out how to get all of us linked up where we can all play Mario Kart together. That could be fun. We could do like a Mario Kart competition. I know we got some people over here that are good at Mario Kart too. My wife's pretty good, and my friend is very, very good. So, let's see. At PJ's Ponderosa, what do you do? PJ, that is totally up to you to answer. I always like to say, if you're not comfortable saying things like that in chat, don't worry about it. Like, just quick disclaimer there. You don't have to share that information if you don't want to. This is still going to be public. People will see the chat that is over there on the screen when the video goes up. So if there's something that you don't want to be on the video or out there for other people to be able to see, because these are getting about just under 200 views, I think, total between while we're live and later. Just be aware of that. The chat does stay up on the screen so people can follow along a little bit easier. Also, on that note, when I'm in the parks and actually doing stuff outside of here, the chat will not be here. This will be gone. So you have the full screen of whatever we're looking at. However, while I'm here, it's mainly as A, in case I get lost over here, my computer goes down, I can see what we're talking about. And B, it's for later when people are watching, because there's a lot of time I'm responding to the chat. people can see what I'm responding to as far as questions and things like that, without me having to, every single time someone asks a question, restate the question and then answer. So just kind of a format choice for this. It will be going, and you made me look too. I'm not even going to read that right now. You're going to give me a minute because I was in the middle of saying something. You killing me right now. Anyway, PJ said I dropped, yes, yeah, exactly. First one on the channel. And I was like, gonna have to put a disclaimer on that one later. Literally, I called my mom this morning and I was like, so sorry. She's like, what? I was like, are you watching last night's stream? She goes, yeah, you had like just logged off like 2 minutes before I came on. And I was like, okay. When you get about halfway through, sorry. And she was like, oh boy, I'll have to look at it. So, let's see. I am definitely, okay. Let me respond to this message real quick. I'm sorry. Y'all are kidding me. Windy Girl, it's an expletive, and I know sometimes things slip out. This is live. That's one of the reasons I put a disclaimer saying this is live. I had no idea that was going to be there. I do try to keep that tone down over here as much as possible, but sometimes the spice, in the chat takes over. So it is live, guys. It is live. So if something happens, if it goes too far, I will definitely tell you, and I will rein this. I will turn the stream around and take it home. Do not make me pull the stream over. But as long as it stays pretty much PG-13, I just put a disclaimer if there is an expletive or something like that in the chat or live or anything like that. Let's see. Any updated feedback from Mom? I honestly haven't looked. I don't think. She might have texted me earlier, but I'm using my phone. I'm looking around for my phone, and my phone's what I'm using to film. I'll have to check after I get off. Jay asks, we need Mama Ru +2 on the stream. Stat! Actually, I think she's going to wind up naming her handle Mama Kanga or something like that. Because she's like, well, if you're Little Ru, that makes me Kanga, right? And I'm like, if we follow the Winnie the Pooh reference, sure. And so I think that's what she's going to go with. So keep an eye out. You might see her. You might see her in chat at some point. Let's see. PJ said, Wendy, you know what wonderful... Wendy Girl said, I know what it is. I was seeing if he would say it, LOL. So Wendy's messing with me too now. Okay, I see you. I'm going to have to get a moderator for my moderators at this point. What in the world? Is that a magical keyboard? Or a mechanical key? What are you asking me, Jay? A mechanical keyboard? Where? Huh? I'm confused. Jenna said, Windy Girl. Yeah, just what PJ said. LOL. PJ said, how cute is that? We must call her Kanga. Yes, and she shall be the Kanga. Windy Girl said, I have to be honest. I monitor myself in chat all the time because I can say the wrong thing sometimes. Me too. In fact, I'm pretty sure there's at least been one live where I slipped myself. So I get it, guys. All that I ask is that you give it like a half rear-ended attempt. Good old college try, But yeah. Your keyboard, it sounds mechanical. It's just my laptop keyboard. It's my laptop plus 2 screens on either side of it. Because I got tired of flipping through 50 little bitty tabs that I can't read. Now I can actually see everybody's labels all the way around me. And I can keep up with what she's doing over here. Because Cordy's just finishing up, it looks like her bowl of pho. Over here, I can get distracted by other people direct messaging me. Mr. Garcia, no relation. I want to share what you just direct messaged me too, because that's funny. Because no, that is not a thing. Anyway, back to this. We're talking about rear ends now, Miss Garcia. I'm trying to edit my language, Miss Garcia. I'm trying. All right, you know what? It's time for a break. I'm going to take a break. I'm going to take this ornery puppy out. I will be right back. Miss Garcia, I need you ready to go, because I have a feeling as soon as I walk away, this whole thing's going to run amok. I'm going to come back. It's going to be like 18 pages of chat. I don't even know where we're going to be. So please keep everybody, doing what they're supposed to be doing. I appreciate it. I literally need a mod for my mods. What am I doing with my life? I'm just kidding. I love all you guys. You guys are great. Okay, Wendy Rose said yesterday Justin said he kept sneezing. I told him never. I actually know that reference, and that's funny. And yeah, okay. So yes, we will be pausing for sound identification from the channel. All right, let's see what I'm going to leave up tonight. I did not have a chance to set up the music, guys. I am sorry. At some point it will happen, just not tonight. I apologize again. Let's see here. Why not? There you go. I leave you with a little cheers from Epcot. I'll be right back. Yeah, you ready? You ready? Yeah, I think so. Did you plug that thing in? I thought Donald did it. Okay, I mean, as long as it's plugged in, I don't care. I believe you. I believe you did it. Okay, guys. All right, I got to start the camera. Okay, you guys good? You do your thing. All right. All right, guys. All right. I'm gonna hop back in here, unmute. Okay, here we go. You good? All right, we're good. Hey, everybody. Thanks so much for that. I appreciate you. He is wide awake over there tonight. So you will hear more squeaking from the pup. All right, thanks so much for sticking with me. And there he goes. All right, give me 1 second to catch up on chat here and see what I missed. Miss Garcia's like, good idea. Yes, that's. I went and I let him out, and he ran around, did his whole thing, and now he's like. So I fully expect to hear more of him throughout the night. Let's see, who's going to be free this week to play Mario Kart? Maybe. If somebody can help me figure out how to make it where we could all play virtually together, that'd be really cool. I'm definitely down for that. You want to play too? We can do that. All right, let's see. Miss Garcia said she never played. You never played Mario Kart? I didn't until when I was in college. So, but it's fun. It's just Mario like racing. It's really all it is. But it's fun. It's very fun. You're killing me. All right. Let's see. Jeanette asks, not ever. It's a fun game. It is a fun game. I've never played video games ever. I don't blame you, Miss Garcia, and it's a slippery slope. I really don't play very often. Normally, I only pull out my console and plug it in and get it set up if I'm like sick. If I know like, okay, I'm going to be out of work for a couple days. I have nothing to do because all I can do is lay here. I'm probably going to hook up my my console and play through an Assassin's Creed or something just to give me something to do while I'm sitting there feeling like death. Let's see. Jeanette, that's awesome. Miss Garcia, thank you so much. It's good to be back. Quick update. Looks like Cordy is getting back in the car right now. So if you want to hop over there and say hey or check out her karaoke, she is doing that pretty shortly, I would guess. Just from what I'm seeing over there. But yeah, I'm back. Here we are. We're doing the thing. Just reloading the chat. Give me 1 second. All right. And we're back. But yes, if anybody knows how to make it work where you can play virtually, because I feel like there's a way to do that, let me know. Direct message me so we can figure that out. Because that could be fun. Maybe we'll just do one of these streams where we just play Mario Kart all night. I'm cool with that too. You'll also see how terrible I am at it. I will say I'm better at that than I am some other games. But I am in no way the best. So how was everybody's day? I know some people didn't go live today because they're feeling under the weather. Some people went live today and did their thing. Ace, if you're still in here, I do want to check your stream out earlier or later from earlier because I do want to see that interaction with Mike because that just sounds hilarious. So I definitely want to check that out. Also, if you're just joining, you're Ninja watching, this is Little Roo Plus 2. I'm Little Roo. We will be going to Walt Disney World coming up on March 15th, so 11 days from now. We'll be there for 8 days, so I'm very, very excited about that. There'll be a mixture of lives, shorts, reels, videos, vlogs, all the things coming out while I am there, so that should be a lot of fun. Also, May 16th through 18th, we're doing Wine and Food Festival over at Busch Gardens, Williamsburg. So that will also be a lot of fun. Jen said my day was great. That's awesome. Miss Garcia said, I had a headache since yesterday. It's better now. I'm glad it's better. I knew you had a headache, and I was worried So I'm glad you're feeling better. Very glad you're feeling better. Alrighty. Yep, looks like Courtney just hopped on over to Twitch. All right. You're very welcome, Miss Garcia. You're very welcome. And Sherlock wanted to say he's glad you're feeling better too. Ace said, LOL, let's get spicy. Ace, bring the spice, buddy. Bring the spice. Bring the spice. Speaking of, I know somebody asked me the other night about the new Dune movie. I'm very, very excited to see it. Very, very excited to see it. And yes, Ace, yes, Sherlock is backing me up tonight, telling his opinions from off screen. So you will hear him tonight. I'm not sure what's got him so wound up, but he's here for it today. What are you doing? Really? Really? He's trying to look out the window. And I know if I pull the shades up where he can see out the window, every single car that rolls by my house, he's going to have to say hello to. So he's doing his thing. He's doing his thing over there, but he's having fun. Let's see. Yes, he is really cute. He is really cute. I will try to get a better picture of him from more recent. Maybe we'll do a stream earlier in the day when it's not dark outside, where I'm walking him or something, and you guys can say hey to the puppy. Oh goodness, Ace, we're starting out spicy, aren't we? What are women's shoes? One size bigger than men's shoes? Asking for a friend. I'm not sure. I'm going to refer you to Wink. How old is my pup? I want one. He is 6 months old, I want to say. Because I've had him... See, it was cold outside when we got him, so it would have been sometime probably in November. It's February now, and I think he was 6 weeks old when we... See, I guess he's coming up on 6 months old. He's coming up on 6 months old. But yes, he's adorable. You must have looked up a picture. They're really, really cute. Sherlock, don't eat that. That's a chair, not a chew toy. Okay, thank you. Appreciate you. Looks like a big old fluffy bear. And he always is like, always. Ace, as far as your question, I know there is actually a ratio difference. I don't remember what it is. I really don't remember. So that's funny though that you would bring that up. I think we should have a discussion about it in your chat tomorrow. I definitely think we should, while you're live. I'll be there for it. Hey guys, so just wondering what your thoughts were. Everybody's laughing in the chat. No, that's awesome, Jen. I'm glad you had a good day. Like I said, I stayed up way later than I wanted to. And I didn't get to bed until like almost 7 o'clock here, I think. And then I woke up right at 3, right before 3. So I definitely got some sleep, but I did not mean to sleep that long. So that's why this was kind of a frantic, like, oh, I have to do everything right now. Run, go. Oh, wait, I forgot to eat. And I'm literally watching the timer tick down. And like in that last 5 minutes before I went live, I'm literally like, okay, I gotta go. I want to be on time. Yes, it'll be Shoe Talk with Ace. I like it. We'll replace that, instead of the Fireside Chats with Ace, it'll be Fireside Shoe Chat with Ace. I think Ace likes that idea. No, we're having fun, guys. We're having fun. Let's see. Ace wants to know, Miss Garcia, what women's shoes do you recommend? I mean, Ace, if you're going to do it, get red bottoms, bro. Just go all the way. Ace said, want the pink with sparkles. Ooh, okay. Now are we talking like low top or high top? Mid-thigh? What are we doing? guys are killing me with the shoes. And it was really funny earlier because Ace, it was not just your chat that this got brought up in at all. At all. I've seen it when I was awake earlier. I saw it in several chats. People were mentioning it. And I was like, oh, so there's definitely some people that were on the stream last night that are in these chats that are like, hey guys, this was fun. Oh, don't be sorry. Don't be sorry. I mean, you started it. So I'm just saying, like, you know, you threw that into the ether and here it is. No, it was really, really funny though. And I'm definitely going to have to go back and check that out. If you know what time during that stream that was brought up in chat, I would love to know. I would love to know. Because I want to see exactly what you said on camera. That's really funny. Because you guys get me sometimes. You'll say stuff to me on the chat and I'm like, what? So I'm like taking a second, like, okay, what do I do with this information right now? And so I'm very curious. It's always fun for me to watch how you guys, when you guys are live, kind of do the same thing of like, wait, what did they just ask me? I'm live right now, guys. Like this is a totally different content. What are we doing? So I definitely want to check that out. That's funny. All right. Well, hi. Hello. I don't know if you guys saw that or not, but that was Bubba. He was coming in hot. Also, when I drop the Hot Ones video, you will definitely see Bubba, which I've talked about before, loves fried chicken, because we're passing out the chicken wings. I'm the whole time just looking like I would rather be anywhere else in the world. And every time I would leave my chair or my wife would leave her chair, suddenly up pops the cat. Like, oh, this looks good. What are you two doing? Behave. Behave. Oh, good grief. You guys. Stop messing with the dog. Leave the dog alone. Greasy, leave the dog alone. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm not going to mute. I'm going to grab one of my cats because he's literally sitting there torturing my dog. 1 second. Greasy, come here. Come here, big boy. Come here. Hey. Come here. Come on. Come on. Why you got to be mean to the puppy, huh? Why you got to be mean to my puppy? Here, come on. Come say hey to everybody. There you go. It's okay. It's okay. You're spoiled. That's what it is. You're just spoiled. All right. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. I'll give you some belly rubs. Can you say hey to everybody? Can you go, hello? He always looks so grumpy. He always looks so grumpy. This is my biggest one right here. This is Grease Spot. So there's actually a story behind that name too. One of my family members was working at a rental car place here locally. And when they were there one day, they heard this noise coming from one of the cars. And they thought that it might be, like a person or something stuck in one of the cars. And so they went out and looked. And lo and behold, they found this one when he was just a baby. Just a baby. But he apparently had been stowed away by his mama kitty in one of the employees' vehicles and had made it all the way to work somehow. And he was only like this big at the time. And so my wife, there's the tail. Yes, the tail. The tail. But basically what happened... Really? Okay, everybody's going to come say hi to that. Hi, Bonnie. Hey, Bonbon. Hey, Bonbon. If it keeps him happy. I like how you can just see the tails. But this is Bonnie, the smaller tail, and then the big tail is Greasy. Bonnie has a story too. But basically what happened was, yes, I do have 4. And give me 1 second and I'll answer the rest of that question, PJ. So basically what happened was I get this call at like 8 o'clock in the morning on my day off. Hey, come pick up this kitten. And I'm like, no. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. Why are you calling me? And plus, I had another dog at the time. And I had finally convinced my wife to get a second dog, I thought. And then this cat popped up. And she goes, okay, fine. I'll just have one of my coworkers bring it over. And so I'm like, oh, fine. And so, of course, they bring this cute little kitten to me. And I'm like, oh, okay, you can stay. You can stay. And next thing I know, he got to be probably twice as big as any of the other cats. But That's why he was named Grease Spot, was we found him inside that car. And we rescued him. And then I have Bonnie, which is actually the oldest, but also the smallest of the cats. She unfortunately, and this is a disclaimer, if I'm going to try to keep this as PG-13 as possible, but it is not a fun story. It has a good ending, but it was a rough story. Bonnie's had a rough life. When she first started out, she was an outside cat at my parents' house. And basically what happened was, long story short, we think a fox or something may have tried to get her. And so she was pretty messed up after that. And so she wound up having, I think, 4 different surgeries on her neck area right here. So like most cats, if you grab the nip of the neck, they have a bunch of extra, to pick them up with. She doesn't. It's like super tight because they basically had to fix all of that. It took her a very, very long time to get better. And then once she was better, my parents basically said like, hey, do you mind taking her? And we said yes. And she came over. And for probably the first 2 years I had her, she was the most antisocial cat I have ever seen in my life. She would stay on the other side of the room. She didn't want anything to do with anybody. Just very, very grumpy all the time, which is totally understandable after what she'd been through. And then she wound up starting to get along with the dog. They became best friends. And then suddenly she decided that me and my wife were okay. And it went from you could barely touch her to pet her to now I can pick her up for about 30 seconds before she goes nuts. So that's Bonnie. Bubba was a cat that we picked up. Basically, the mama cat decided to adopt us, and it was an outside cat in the neighborhood we were living in, and had a litter, and things were happening. I mean, we didn't even know where some of them were, and it was a whole thing. But this one actually climbed in the window. I'm kind of abbreviating a lot of the story because I was trying my best to at least make sure they were fed, and she was mom was fed and everything, and doing the best I could. But at the time, I would have violated my lease and gotten kicked out of my my house that I was renting if I had brought them in. Because we already were kind of like 1 animal or 2 animals over what we were supposed to have, because at the time we had a dog and 3 cats, and it was supposed to be a 2-animal apartment. So what basically happened was there was one night, it was like the first night it started to get cold, and I had already been talking about bringing the kittens inside, because Mama Cat would have been fine. She loved being outside. She had no desire to come inside. She would let you pet her and everything else, one of the nicest cats I've ever seen, but had no desire to come inside. However, the kittens I've been talking about, maybe we can bring them inside. And so this one wound up climbing up a wall, like a brick wall on the outside of the house, and climbed in over the screen and was between the screen and the window meowing at my wife. And finally my wife opened the window and let him in, and he's been inside ever since. But he's the one that loves chicken. He's actually the youngest of the pack. And then we have Laura around here somewhere. Where'd you go, Laura? Okay, well, she's around here somewhere. She's pear-shaped, quite literally, like head, body. But basically, Laura's whole thing was she was also the child, I guess you could say, of another pair of outdoor cats that were around my parents' house. And one of them had a litter, and it was like 3 of them, I think, in the litter, and all of them weren't supposed to make it more than a couple weeks, and my dad nursed them and gave them medicine, did all this stuff, basically told the vet, fine, I'll take care of it, and gave them medicine and nursed them and everything. All 3 survived, and so I adopted Laura from over there. So again, she's around here somewhere. She's the one that I call my parrot kitty, because she'll sit right here and meow, but I have to have on a canvas, a heavy leather canvas jacket, not leather, but heavy canvas jacket, so she didn't scratch up my arm and everything. But she's a lot of fun. I put my arms up like this, she'll walk back and forth. So maybe one night on the stream I'll try to do that. We'll see. All right, let me go back to the chat here. 1835. Okay, I was annoyed in the moment. That's when the size 13 was mentioned. So someone chose their moment. I see. Yes, those are their names, PJ, and kind of their backstories. There's more to some of those backstories, but I don't want to get into all that right now on camera. I really don't. But yeah, that's their general backstories, their origin stories, as it were. Jeanette said, "Such a cutie." I know, isn't he? He is. He's actually right next to me. Greasy is. He's finally like, okay, I'll leave the dog alone. I'll just come hang out with you, since you're gonna give me pets. So as long as they behave. Ace said, he said the red dress and heels in my chat at the time I put. That's funny. Where were you at this point, Ace? Like, were you like doing like a merch search, or were you like on a ride or in a queue? Like, all right, I gotta check this out. I might pull this up here in a minute. If you give me permission, by the way, Ace, I'll do a live reaction to it. If you don't give me permission, that's totally fine. I'll be watching it when I sign off for the evening. But let me know. Miss Garcia said, "What a great ending, Bonnie." Yes, she has turned into probably the most, I would say the most laid-back kitty. Okay, Ace, give me 1 second. I'll do that in just a second. I like that. And, she started out so mean, and she wound up just so nice. And then when the little Roo came along, she suddenly, I guess the mom instinct kicked in, because now, and she still does this now, she would sit right next to, like, when the little one was in like the bassinet, we had a thing that went over it that was breathable mesh, but it was to keep cats from climbing in there. But would sit where she could see into the mesh and watch the baby, and would just sit there for hours just watching the baby. And to this day, like, I'll look over and my daughter will be staring at the TV, and right next to her is the cat watching TV, just sitting there, like very much like, I'm just watching you watching TV. What are you doing? Stay out of trouble. So she's a little babysitter cat now. Okay. Jay, yes, you do. It's fun. That's like, it's not even a 2-hour drive from here. I go there all the time. So, yep, fun fact. Windy Girl said, "I'm still here just doing something too." I get it. I was told the other night by my friend that at least I'm great to have in the background as background noise. And I was like, oh, okay. I mean, I've been told worse, so okay. Whatever works. But yeah, I don't mind. All right. Let me see if I can pull up Ace Snoopy's video here. Give me just 1 second. I'm going to pull it up over here so that I can still see the chat now that I can do that. Excuse me. You said it was 1835. Is this when you were over at Cordy's Corner, Ace? Is that the right part, or am I on the wrong live? Jay wants to know, Ace, did you order your gimbal yet? I think I finally got my new one set up, by the way, and balanced. And then I proceeded to buy a smaller phone case because my OtterBox doesn't like to cooperate with the gimbals. So I'm going to be putting that on in just probably a couple of days, because I want to get through this work week in case I drop it. I'd rather have the OtterBox on it than the skinnier case, because that would really just break my heart if I break my phone right before we go to Disney after everything else I've tried to get worked out. So yeah. He said, Jay, I'm not able to get one yet. I have to wait 2 weeks for the warranty. I hear you. I will say, Ace, if you're on Amazon, definitely keep an eye out for the deals, because that's actually how I was able to get my second one a heck of a lot cheaper than it was originally priced. Like, we just randomly, there was like a $60 off one-time deal or something like that for it, and I was like, oh yeah, that dropped the price a whole bunch. So just go, if you are going to buy one, definitely go ahead and pick out which one you want and have it like in your cart. And then, oh, I got cat hair on my nose when I did that. Whew. Sorry, I forgot I've been petting the cat and I said it, but did that on my nose. It's like, cat hair. It itches. If I sneeze, I apologize. But yeah, go ahead and put it in your cart and then just watch for deals on it, because sometimes they will run a special on it and you can save a lot of money. Because I think I wound up saving between that and a discount that I had elsewhere. I wound up getting it for like $80 cheaper than normal. So keep that in mind. Just fun fact. And that's for anybody else too that wants to buy a gimbal. Like, research which one you want. Research like its features and stuff. Feel free to ask in direct messages the creators. And then put it in your cart. And I usually would wait like a day or two and just see if there's a deal that pops up for it. Because you never know. Oh my God. Ugh. Cat hair gets me. Let's see. You've been saying this word in your place for so long. Let's get it. Jay's like, let's go. Let's go. Let's get it done. Oh gosh. Okay. Ace, is that the right one though? Did it happen while you were inside Cordy's Gifts? Is that correct? Or was there another stream that I missed? So I need to pull up the chat. See if I can see the chat on this. Wrong button. Wrong button. There we go. All right, I'm going to play this. I'm going to see if this is the right one. Also, I don't know how loud this is going to be. We're going to find out together.
Mike, how are you doing? The red dress is almost there. Coming along. Need the heels, yes. Need them in size 13.
Oh, God.
Very quiet in here. A little spooky, but it's all good. Here's the hat as well. $25. Oh, not too bad. Here's Whittles.
Oh, those are cool. Those actually remind me of the Prospector from Toy Story.
Howdy, partner.
Howdy. How you doing?
Yes, Wendy girl. I don't know. I don't that, but I don't judge. This is a safe place. I think Mike is just messing with me.
He definitely was messing with you.
There's a huge glare. Sorry about that. The lighting is very horrible, but
oh God, that's funny.
Anyway.
Oh, those are cool.
Yes,
I like trains. I love trains.
Blocks. Here it is, side by side. Rio Grande 772.
Oh, that's cool.
313.
Did anybody, when they were younger, ever collect the Thomas the Tank Engine? Yep, there went Bonnie. Hey, Bonnie. Did anybody ever collect the Thomas the Tank Engine, like track sets and stuff like that, where you could build the tracks and it was all wood track, and all the train cars had magnets that connected them together? Because I used to be really, really into that. I used to have a humongous train set. All right, I'm just going back over here to catch up on the chat. That is funny, Ace. That was really funny. And I think you handled it very well. Like, I couldn't see the chat. I just heard you respond to it. And, like, I think you just laughed it off, kept right on going. But that's funny. Let's see. Miss Garcia wants to know if Ace is sewing his own dress. Jeanette, you've sewed your own dress, or you've collected the Thomas trains? I'm not sure which you said. I had to. But yeah, I had a huge set. There was back when there were a bunch of model stores, like in the 90s. I used to go to one, and every time we would pass this one, I would beg to stop, and we would go inside, and I'd always pick up, like, you know, the new splitters that they come out with, or like the turntable, or like, just packs of track, to build it. And then there was at one point where literally my whole living room growing up was just a great big Thomas train diorama. But it was huge. It was huge. Okay, cool. So you know what I'm talking about, Jeanette. And I still have them somewhere. They'll be going to my little one when she gets a little bit older. Because right now she's just now starting to hit that phase where like building things is a thing that she likes to do. So that's coming up. That's coming up. Yeah, I did too. I collected the Thomas trains as well. At one time, I think, a complete set of at least all the engines, as well as all of the named cars. So like, I can't remember the two passenger cars' names, but they were always, I think, on Gordon. I had both of those. I had a bunch of the other ones. But yeah, I used to collect a whole bunch of that. And then I also, my family also collected like Model N scale. And then I have some HO and some H. I think maybe a G set as well. Those are all sizes, by the way. If people in here don't know what I'm talking about, when you talk about model trains, like the ones that actually run on like an electric track, the sizes are broken down into letters. And what those letters represent is so much of basically what the difference in ratio is between that size train. Like a Model N is like that big, and there we go, is like that big. And the N has a ratio of how that compares to the life-size actual locomotive. So, fun facts. I used to collect trains. Again, it's one of those things that I have no place to put right now. I jokingly told my wife one day that I wanted to put a track around the top of all the rooms in the house, and she was like, "Well, you got a whole bunch of other stuff you got to do first." And I was like, "Fair enough, fair enough. Back away slowly, back away slowly." Fun fact: which Beetle was in Thomas the Tank Engine? So I'll ask that again. One of the Beetles was in Thomas. Which one was it, and who did he play? That'll be our chat trivia for tonight. So if anybody knows, throw that in the chat. And while we're waiting, and while people are thinking of throwing that in the chat, if you are new here and you're Ninja watching, we really appreciate our Ninja watchers. I'm Little Roo, this is Little Roo Plus 2. These are the Ghost streams, so a lot of what we do here is talking to people in the chat, talking to the creators on the West Coast. We watch creators, like I'm watching Cordy right now doing our card karaoke over on Twitch. We watch and talk to people and just kind of hang out and talk about the day and talk about whatever pops up. And then, of course, I will also be doing the Walt Disney World content coming up in March, as well as in May. I'll be doing some Busch Gardens content, and there will be more trips coming. Just stay tuned. Also, I've already kind of plugged it once, but I'll say it again. That Hot Ones video is coming. I just have to get it edited. So, very good, PJ. Now, tell me, PJ, did you guess or did you Google? Be honest. Be honest. Be honest. So, it was not Paul McCartney, Miss Garcia. It was not Paul McCartney. And also, we're still waiting on who he played. Who he played. I'm going to give it about another 30 seconds, then I'll go ahead and tell you. So yes, it was Ringo Starr. He played the conductor. Yep, I guess I assumed he is the most popular LOL aside from Paul. Well, is it really Paul? No, I'm just kidding. We're not getting into all that tonight. But yes, it was Ringo Starr, and he played the conductor for, I think, a couple of seasons on Thomas the Tank Engine back in the 90s. So, fun facts. But good. That was a really good guess, PJ. That was a really good guess. Good job. I'm impressed. So I'm guessing you're a Beatles fan, PJ? Or do you just like the conspiracy theory? Speaking of conspiracy theories, anyone heard the one about Avril Lavigne? Because for years, I had no idea that was a thing until like 6 months ago. And then I watched a video on it and was like, what? No, but you know some things? Oh, PJ got some inside information over there. Miss Garcia says, no, do tell. And Peaches over here like, stop. See, I hadn't heard about it, PJ. And then literally I saw a video pop up like on my feed one day. And it was like, it had the title. And I was like, what? And I clicked on it and I watched that one. And then that led me to another one and another one and another one. And like 5 hours later, I'm like, whoa, the truth is out there. PJ asked, do we think that it's real? I mean, I feel like it's probably not, but I will say there are definitely some things that people have mentioned that I'm like, I mean, now that you mention it, that's weird, but I don't know if it's full on like conspiracy theory. This isn't like grassy knoll level conspiracy theory. Yes, PJ, you never know these days. You really don't. You really don't. I mean, I know body doubles are a thing because lots of people have body doubles. In fact, I've met I met the best friend of my twin. I'm not actually a twin, but there is someone out there that literally looks just like me. I mean, it's uncanny. I was out, I think I was at a theme park actually, and this random guy struck up a conversation with me. Yes, doppelganger, exactly. And suddenly, like, he walked up and just started talking to me, like, "Oh, hey, man, how's it?" And I'm like, "Hey," and he's like, "Oh, wait, oh my gosh, that's crazy." And I'm like, "What?" Like, I feel like you're having a conversation with yourself right now. Like, I don't know what we're talking about. And so I started talking to him, and I'm like, "Okay, like, I don't know why you're acting like you know me," but he's like, "It's so weird. You look just like my best friend." And I'm like, "Okay. Like, are you trying to ask me to be your best friend, or like where is this?" Like, it was very much like a very quick, like, excited conversation. I very much was like, "What? Huh? What? I've never met you in my life, dude. Like, you talking to me like we've known each other forever. Like, what?" And basically he went, "No, you're never going to believe this." And my wife walks up. She's like, "What's going on?" And he goes, "Oh, yeah, he looks just like my best friend. You got to look. Hold on, let me pull up a picture." It takes him a minute. And of course I'm sitting there kind of like, okay, like, cool. I'll be nice. I'll smile, but I have no idea where this is going. And he did. He pulled up a picture and showed me a picture of this guy sitting on like a porch swing. And it did look just like me. Like, it was weird. Like, it made me actually a little uncomfortable. I was like, oh, like, because you see a picture and you think it's you for a second, and you're like, when was I there? Like, I don't remember that. And then it's like, wait, no, I guess there's a little bitty tiny details that are a little bit different, like his glasses or a shirt that I had never owned that he's wearing. But I definitely was like, what? Huh? That's weird. That's weird. But yes, apparently it exists. They're out there. They're out there. Let's see. Thanks, Ace. PJ said, "I think it's more like they disappear and come back like Megan Fox." You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I've gone down that rabbit hole too, but we're not gonna talk about that one. Ace said, "You're funny, Root." Yeah, I'm funny in the head and oh, you mean in the stream? Yeah, thanks. Later, edit. Amish Garcia says, "What a strange story." I know, it was very, very weird. It was very, very weird. And like I said, it almost made me uncomfortable because there was that split second of like, wait, when did someone take a picture of me? And when did I have that shirt? It was weird. PJ said, "If I ever come across a doppelganger myself, I might just have to cry." LOL. Why would you cry? Doesn't mean they have the same personality as you. It just means they look like you. Also, I get it too. It is very much like, someone else looks just like me. Ace, she's not a streamer. What? I'll read that when the chat pops up because I think I'm missing a word there. Looks like Jeanette dropped a trivia question. I have a trivia question for you guys. In the movie Sing, who sang "I'm Still Standing"? We will wait. So again, the question is, in the movie Sing, who sang "I'm Still Standing"? And I know which character it is. I just can't remember what the name of the character is. But I know which character it is. At least I'm pretty sure I do. So feel free to drop that guess in the chat, and we'll see who's right. PJ's Ponderosa got the last one. Let's see who gets this one. Hello. Hello. Here, you want to say hi, Bon Bon? Here. All right, this is Bonnie. I got about 30 seconds here. So this is Bonnie. She's a cutie. She's a cutie. Oh, you're giving me more than... Nope, nope. Okay, okay. All right, cool. She said hey, and she was ready to go. So that's Bonnie. Like I said, I get about 30 seconds. She tolerates it. She's like, okay, I like the pets. Okay, now I want down. But she's still sitting right next to me, very patiently waiting for more pets. So... you'll see that little tail. You'll see that little Bonnie tail. Purr, purr, purr. Miss Garcia guessed the porcupine. And then, okay. Wait. PG said, she's not a streamer, you are, L. I missed something. PG said, wait, what was the question? The question was, in the movie Sing, who sang I'm Still Standing? And then Jay Garcia in a relation said, Ace, as a streamer, you better have your gimbal next time I see you. Jay's gonna come out and be like, no, you're done. Bye. You don't have a gimbal? You can't film. Bye. Is this spicy hour? I don't know. Is it, Ace? I don't know. There was a lot of spice last night, so I guess tonight's more like the cute spicy hour. You know, you're getting to meet the cats, and we're doing trivia. Jay is going to slap my selfie stick. You know it. I could totally see Jay doing that. Just like, you know, totally like on PJ's Ponderosa, talking to the camera like, yeah, you know, we're doing such, and hold on a minute. And just like storm off, walk over, grab the stream, and just walk back over and be like, so, real quick, this is what happened. And you're going, all right, you can come to my channel, and Ace is going to learn he needs a gimbal. Boop. Here, go get a gimbal. Oh, Lord. Okay. I'm going to have to Google what the name of the character is, because I know which one it is. I just can't remember the name of that character. Because I've seen that movie only like twice, but I like that movie a lot. I just, like I said, I haven't been watching movies, so. PJ said, oh, I don't know, but I know Halsey voiced someone in Sing. Yes, she did. And that was the tycoon's daughter. Ace said, take off your phone, Ace. Time to break the selfie stick. Right? Psh, now go buy a gimbal. Jay said, Ace, I'll DM you. Going to bed now? All right, Jay. Get some sleep, buddy. I appreciate you being here. Thanks so much. You're great. You're a lot of fun. I always love your stuff. Thank you so much for hanging out. I really appreciate you. Chase said, good night, Little Root Plus 2. No selfie sticks for live streaming. Here. Ace. No selfie stick for live streaming. I don't know. I don't know what that was. No, Ace, we're having fun, buddy. Miss Garcia's like, good night, Jay. Just say good night, Jay. Everybody say good night to Jay. We love Jay Garcia in a relation. Bye. Talk to you soon. Also, if you're just joining us, welcome. We're doing a little bit of trivia. We're just hanging out and chatting with some people in chat. I'm telling stories. We're meeting kitties. It's fun. So, thanks so much for joining us. We appreciate you. All right, let's see. Yeah, we are definitely meeting the kitty cats tonight. That is happening. I think we've gotten 3 out of the 4 that I have, and I see the 4th one, but she's asleep. So I'm not going to bother. I'm not going to wake her up. PJ said, Mickey said it, so it must be a thing, LOL. Right? So, yeah, that's funny. That's really funny. Oh, I needed to look up the answer to the trivia question. I got distracted. I'm distracted.
I'm in danger.
So anybody ever seen that? Y'all had to have seen that meme, right? Because I feel that way a lot in real life. Where it's the, the little animated dog. He's like sitting there at the table in his room, and the whole house burning down around him. And he's just like,
I am in danger.
I think they did the same thing on The Simpsons at one point with a bus. Yeah, that's how I feel. Excuse me. So, any other guesses as far as who sang that song? I'm going to give it about 15 more seconds, then I'm going to answer for you. And again, the question was, who sang I'm Still Standing in the movie Sing? Hey, Joanna, how's it going? Thank you so much for hopping in the chat and saying hey. Or saying night to Jay, but that's also saying hey to me because you popped in where I can see you. Hi. All right, so the answer is it was Johnny HD was the character, which is the gorilla, and it was voiced by Taron Egerton. So that is the answer. That is the answer. Oh, Rue, you mean This Is Fine, where the dog is surrounded by the fire? Oh, I used to have my Zoom background all through the... Yeah. Okay, so the I'm in danger is the Simpsons reference, but it's the same feeling. But yes, I'm fine. Yes, that's literally how I feel a lot. All right, we're about 5 minutes out from me taking a quick break. This one should be a lot shorter because I do believe the pup has finally decided to go to sleep. So that's good. Awesome. Anybody else got any trivia they want to throw in there? I enjoy trivia. So please, by all means. It says, in the thing I looked up, it says Taron Egerton as Johnny HD. So, I'm not sure. I'm still standing. Yeah. Oh, you meant the other reference. Yes, PJ, I think you are correct. Taron also played Elton John in the movie Rocket Man. Very cool. Oh, wait, I knew that. Yeah, I've seen that movie. Also, so I heard that when Elton John was asked about that movie, because it gets kind of wild in that movie, by the way, he basically responded with, so that was a very toned down version of it. It's like, oh, okay. But I did love that movie. I thought it was very well done. He gave a stellar performance. I thought that and Bohemian Rhapsody were both very, very, very well done as far as, kind of in that vein of, not really a documentary, but kind of an ode to, with creative license. So, yes, I did really enjoy that movie. Just going to refresh here real quick. Also, if you're just joining us, please hit that like and don't forget to hit subscribe and the notification button. We really do appreciate it. Looks like we're at 87 subscribers right now, so we appreciate every single one of you. We're 13 away from 100. 100. And we will also be going to Walt Disney World and doing some live streaming stuff over there. We'll be doing Busch Gardens coming up in May. There'll be the Hot Ones Challenge on here, and then there'll be the new Hot Ones Challenge on here. Hi, Dad. Apparently my dad's watching at home right now. Hi, Dad. Good to see you. Glad you're awake. Because it's 5:14 in the morning here. It is 5:14 in the morning here. I don't even remember what I was talking about. But hi, Dad. Thanks for joining us. Joanna said, I love Rocket Man too. It was a good movie. It was a very good movie. And I think they did it very well. So, back up to 88 subscribers. Thank you so much, whoever that was that just subscribed. We really, really appreciate you. Thank you. Feel free to say hey in chat. I will shout you out. And my dad's laughing at me from home. I can literally see sending me like one-word messages on my phone, so I'm seeing it pop up above my head. So I got people talking to me here, and now here. It's great. All right, guys, we are coming up on that time where I need to take another 2-minute break so I can go stretch my legs and splash some water on my face and wake up, and also try to get the cat hair off my hands because it's all over my hands for petting all the kitties. But maybe, just maybe, I'll come back with an extra kitty friend. I'll be back in just a few minutes. So let's see, what do I want to leave you guys with? I'm going to go back to an oldie but a goodie for those that may not have seen this one before. Also, I got to resize it. There we go. We're going to play that. Sorry about that. Are you guys still there? I apparently hit a link or something that I did not mean to hit. All right, I'll be right back. Okay, we are coming back. 1 second. Sorry about that, guys. All right, you get comfortable up there, okay? All righty. There we go. And this is Laura. This is my Laura. This is my Laura right here. Hey, baby. Hey, baby. So welcome back, everybody. This is the fourth cat, so you get to see all four tonight. And like I said, she'll probably hang up here for a minute and do her thing. Hey, hello, 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 hello. She's a big old fluffy pillow, was what I meant to say, not puppy. Big old fluffy, big old fluffy. That's my favorite ride. Yes, it is so much fun. It scares the absolute, well, it scared the absolute mess out of me the first several times I rode it because it literally goes up, because it's super tall, it goes around, and then it stops with you hanging down. And it just releases you. You go flying down and then around a loop-de-loop and all this stuff. It's really, really cool. It also has a built-in water brake, which is on the bottom of the ride. They had these scoops. And so to slow it down when it's coming into basically the last little bit before it goes into the station, it will go down this hill and actually go through water where it throws up water behind it in two rooster tails. And that actually will slow down the ride enough to make it land at the next platform so that you can then launch for the second half of the ride. So, or go into the station and be going at a pace that they can slow you down. So, it's kind of neat. It's kind of neat how they do that. All right, I'll see you later. Thanks for joining us, Laura. But yeah, that's my parrot kitty, Laura, everybody. So you've seen all four tonight. You've seen all four tonight. And a picture of the puppy. I will try to get a video or something of the puppy up. Because, like I said, he is much larger than in that picture now. All right. So thanks so much again for everybody that's still here. I really appreciate it. It is 5:19 a.m. out here on the East Coast. I'm probably going to go till 6-ish, and then maybe a little after, if you guys want to hang out. And then I will probably go ahead and wrap it up for tonight because I do have that work thing that I have to get ready for, and I want to get some stuff done before I leave for that. So, but thank you all for hanging out. I appreciate it. PJ says, loving the kitties. Yes. Oh, there's another one, I think. Yep. What are you doing, Bonnie? What are you doing? She's like, what? What'd I do? What'd I do? She's just coming to check you guys out. Excuse me. I choked. I'm parched. All right. Also, it looks like Cordy is still doing her her car drive karaoke. So she is over on Twitch if you guys want to check that out. It's a lot of fun. PJ said, ugh, work. Why can't we just live our best lives without working? Yes, that would be nice. That would be very, very nice. So like and subscribe so we can please do this all the time. That would be great. I'll stay up every night. It'll be fantastic. We'll do nothing but this in theme parks. All the time. Just all the time. Jay said, going to bed now, fam. Thanks for the streams, Little Roof Plus 2. Thank you for joining us, Jay. I appreciate you. Hopefully I'll see you guys live coming up in the not too distant future. I did see you message me. I'll check that in just a second. But thank you, Jay. I appreciate everything you guys have done for me over there and continue to do for me over there, including helping me make things readable. So thank you so much. Now I have to get used to everything being on the opposite side when I move. So thanks again, Jay. Get some sleep. Always appreciate you being here. Also, if you haven't checked out PJ's Ponderosa, please go check them out. They do a lot of fun content, a lot of theme parks, everything from Hollywood Horror Nights to Walt Disneyland to PJ did some Walt Disney World. If you go back about 3 months-ish, I think, back in his lives, as well as Knott's Berry Farm. So definitely go check them out. And they also love to hang out at the Pixar Hotel. I heard Cordy say tonight that she now wants to check out y'all's spot over there, the Maple Leaf, I think it's called, or something. But the one that you guys always hang out at and kind of chat with us and eat and get ready to go into the parks, or when you come out of the parks. So I heard that she might be checking that spot out very, very soon on one of her lives. So keep an eye on that. Little o' us? Oh, you shouldn't have. It's PJ. The Great Maple. Thank you, PJ. Yes, that's the name of the restaurant. Thank you, Indie Girl, for dropping that link. So again, definitely go check out their stuff. They're a lot of fun. Also, Jay got to meet Oswald 2 days ago, which was a lot of fun. So if you missed that, there's a shot of me live reacting it in last night or the night before stream. And then also there was the whole video of them going in the park. They also met Clarabelle and Goofy. Goofy was like, this outfit. And they did a whole thing with ears up. It was really, really cute. So go check out their stuff. Miss Garcia said, what did I miss? You missed meeting the fourth kitty. I had Laura out here. She was laying on my shoulders for a minute and hanging out. So she just wanted to say hey. PJ said, we want to check out Hollywood Horror Nights in Orlando. Do it, man. Do it. And let me know when you're coming. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. I did mention this, I think, before, but I always try to mention it when people bring it up. Apparently, you guys are really, everybody's okay with you guys filming out there. They're a lot more strict in Florida. They will make you put the camera away. They won't let you stream anything inside any of the horror houses. You can totally stream in the queue, but inside the horror house itself, as soon as you get to the gate, they won't let you go around the corner to even see the opening with your camera out. You have to put it in your bag. So what a lot of people do is they'll stream and talk and everything else. They go, okay, you get to listen. And they put you in the backpack and you listen to them, scream or laugh or cackle or, whatever they're doing. So definitely, we could definitely talk more about that, PJ. Because I can send you some links to some videos that I have seen from over there from some of the streamers on the East Coast, just to kind of give you an idea of what to be ready for. PJ said, say it ain't so, Rue, say it ain't so. It is unfortunately. They are a lot more strict on this coast with that kind of thing. I don't know why. But I can tell you, yes, they are a lot more strict. Kind of the same thing too in some places at Disney, which I'm kind of making a mental list of where those places are, and just to kind of be prepared as far as I may have to put you guys in the backpack, or I'm if I'm by myself, I may just exit. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out as we go. Wendy said, really? How? Oh, I think I read that already. Yeah. How wooed? That may have to be a blog, LOL. I literally, even just a camera out at all, they will make you put it away. So we will talk more about that, PJ. But from what I've seen, it's not just live streamers, it's vloggers, it's everybody. Unless you're there on the press night, that's the only night they allow anybody to film in the horror houses over there at Universal Studios that I've seen or been aware of, and they talk about it a lot. And so that's the only time it's allowed to have any sort of camera out. Other than that, it's all going to be either what Hollywood, Universal puts out themselves, or stuff from the press night. So just be aware of that. But we'll figure out something. We'll get you a little like spy pin camera. We'll get you a brooch. It'll be great. It'll be great. They'll never know. They'll never know. I will say, I really do want to do Hollywood Horror Nights as well. I've seen videos of it. I've never been there for it. In fact, I've never been in Florida for the Halloween season, so I haven't seen Disney World with the Halloween stuff at all. I did watch, Ron on the Go did a bunch of the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween parties last Halloween season. So I definitely was all up in those streams watching it because they do the Booty Parade, which is a lot of fun. And it's really not so scary. Ooh. But it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. It looks cool. I'm pretty sure that's also when they had Max dressed up in his Powerline outfit, doing the whole dance to the Powerline song from the Goofy movie. But it was a whole like dance mob right at the end of Main Street, right there by the circle where the flagpole is. So they do a bunch of cool stuff over there, but I've never been to that. I've never been to the Hollywood Horror Nights, but I really, really want to go. I've seen all the walkthroughs. I know they had things like Saw last year that was really cool. They had Stranger Things, which was really cool. They had some sort of dragon something or other that sounded cool. Someone went through it and I listened, but I couldn't see anything. But it sounded cool. So yeah, we'll chat about this. We'll chat about this. Peachy said, "Yep, sounds about right. I've seen vlogs where they go but don't show the inside of the houses, which is fine with me. But it better not rain." LOL. I mean, it is Florida. It is Florida. We get a lot of rain over here, and it's very humid. But I will say, in my experience at both Universal as well as Walt Disney World, they are usually pretty good about if it's raining, opening up things for people to get out of it. Also, when it's super hot and humid outside, especially on the really hot days, because it gets over 100 there sometimes, they will turn on all these fans and have misters going 24/7. They'll have cool down spots. So they've kind of designed all that to keep people, from having issues with the heat and the humidity and everything, especially if you're not used to it. I mean, I'm pretty much used to it. We get a ton of humidity here in North Carolina. Georgia, same thing. And Florida. So, yeah. Let's see what he said. Very, very humid on the East Coast. Yes, it is a wet heat here. It is definitely a wet heat. If you've ever heard that, oh, it's a dry heat or a wet heat. Yeah, no, the wet heat is the one that like weighs you down. Let's see. PG said, "That is what everyone told me about Florida. I'm so thankful it was nothing like that when I went." LOL. Yeah. No, honestly, this time of year it's not bad. Like when we'll be there, it'll be, not terrible as far as temperature, as far as what I've seen in the past being there that time of year, because I've been there several times. Also, before I forget, if you've watched this stream before, I mentioned something about 3-year-olds at Disney as far as ticketing and food and all that kind of thing, if you're taking a young child. So I did want to mention, I said in that stream, it wasn't a video, it was a stream, I said that if they were 3 or under, they were free. That was incorrect. It is, if you are under 3, you are free. I forgot that we went before my daughter's birthday when we went the last time. So it is, if you have a child that is under the age of 3, you do not have to pay for their ticket, you do not pay for them in lodging, and you do not pay for any of their food. All of that is free. So just something to be aware of, because I know I did misspeak. I had someone reach out to me and correct me, and I should have known that, but I think I said it at like 6 something in the morning, which, I mean, it's 5:30 in the morning right now. So I did want to go ahead and correct that for those that keep up with some of the tips and tricks that I talk about on this channel. So just wanted to correct that. Let's see. PJ said, "I have told people from the East Coast that the West Coast is humid, and they told me I know nothing about humidity." I second that. I second that. I mean, I don't know how it is in LA, really, because I was pretty much just in the airport. But I know when I was around the San Francisco area and Monterey and all that, it was very much hot, but it was like a dry hot. I mean, comparatively speaking. Because here it is very, very, very humid. Like, you walk like this, to move the air out of the way. But yeah. I accept it, LOL. Sorry, I'm just reading the message real quick. Give me 1 second. I hear you. He just said, on the West Coast, we get humidity, but it's nothing like the East Coast. Agreed. We can agree. We can agree on that. But yes, if you go, especially if you go to Disney World during the summer, or Hollywood Studios, same thing, in the summer, it is going to be very, very hot, very, very, very humid. And sometimes, especially if it rains, it'll get even, like, it'll be just straight up muggy, if you know what that means. Like, where you walk outside, you're immediately just, like, everything's sticking to you. It's not uncommon to be at the parks and it have, like, a 30-minute rain shower and then the sun come out, and suddenly when that water starts baking off the cement or the concrete, I mean, it's tangible. You feel it. You feel like you're cooking. So I will, also disclaimer for anybody that's looking for tips and tricks for Disney, water is free. Stay hydrated. Literally, it's free. If you don't buy the bottled water, you can go to places like Casey's Corner at Magic Kingdom. You can go to any of the restaurants. They will give you a cup of water. That is not a problem. They do not charge for that. They want you to stay hydrated, and make sure you stay hydrated, especially if you're going to be trying out some of like the adult drinks or you're eating some of the saltier food and stuff like that. Make sure you drink water. Make sure you take breaks. Make sure you go and take, and believe me, it will turn your whole day around because it'll wear you down. By like 11 o'clock, you're thinking it's 3 o'clock, and it's not. So if you're trying to do all day in the park or something like that, you know, go the first couple hours. As soon as it starts getting hot, if you start feeling kind of tired or anything like that, go to one of the places to sit down. You don't always have to even order food. You can literally just go sit down in the air conditioning, take a nice 30 minutes, rehydrate, maybe get a bite to eat, a snack, something like that. Plan out what the rest of your day is going to be. Check on Genie Plus. I mean, there's all kinds of things you can do while you're taking your break that will help make your Disney World experience more fun for everyone. And it really will make a humongous difference because when you get back up and you go back out in the heat, you'll feel a little bit more energized because you've replenished your body. Make sure you're giving your body what it needs to be able to keep up with the heat, the humidity, and all the rides and the food and the drinks and all the things. So just a quick little tidbit about that. Take breaks. Take advantage of the cold areas as far as the air-conditioned areas. Pretty much all the restaurants that are sit-down, in fact, I can't think of one that isn't, are air-conditioned. Go sit down. Take like 30 minutes. Eat some carrots. Like, I could not read that, Dad. I have no idea what you just sent me. I'm sorry. I'll have to direct message him later. PJ, my dad wants to tell you something. I don't know what. So I will direct message you whatever that message was. But it was something about what we're talking about. Let's see. I have been told at Animal Kingdom it's never a day where it isn't raining. I don't know if this is true. Thoughts? It feels that way. It does feel that way sometimes. And I don't want to say Animal Kingdom creates its own weather, but I have found mixed results with that. But yes, it's very common when you're at Animal Kingdom because you are outside a lot more compared to all the other parks, because the other parks have a lot more indoor attractions, whereas Animal Kingdom, you are literally outside the entire day unless you are on Na'vi River, Flight of Passage, which are both over in Pandora, or drawing a blank, guys. It's tough to be a bug. Other than that, pretty much every other attraction is outside. Every other walkthrough is outside. So definitely be aware of that. I will say they do pretty good with shade areas. When you get over by, well, I'll show you when I'm there. Because I plan on using the same shade area. If you guys have seen it, there's a picture of the littlest Roo eating some Dole Whip. And, you know, this big smile. And I think there's also a cinnamon roll that we were destroying. And basically behind that little kiosk that you get it from, there's like this hidden seating area that's all shaded and there's fans. So that's a great place. I will show you guys that. And that's over by the turn to go to the safari. So fun fact. PJ said, you saved me when I was at Magic Kingdom. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. I try. So, yeah, go back and check out PJ's videos when he was there. He was only there for a couple of days. He wasn't able to stream as much as he probably would have liked. So come back. But yeah, go check that out. Also, if you guys ever have any questions about tips and tricks or anything like that for Walt Disney World, I am an open book as far as that stuff. Excuse me. So I will do my best to help you out. Mike said, okay, everyone, going to bed. Good night, Mike Skeleton. We really, really appreciate you. Thank you so much. You're awesome. I really, really, really do appreciate you. Thanks for coming in. It's always a joy to hang out with you. Also, I believe, PJ, what my dad was trying to say was it rains at 5 o'clock every day, so bring a poncho. Yes, I will say that is another thing. Coming back around to preparing for the parks. Water or water bottle straps are always a must. Another must in Florida is bring a flippin' poncho. They're not that expensive. The ones in the park are, but you can bring in your own poncho. Have one of those ready. You're very welcome, Mike. Get some rest, man. Thanks for staying up with us again. You're great. But make sure you bring a poncho, and that's for two reasons. One, it's probably going to rain at some point, and you don't always get heads up it's going to rain. It'll be bright and sunny. You go into Pirates, you come out, and it's downpour. So that's the first thing, and it's less kind of bulky than an umbrella. So that's the first thing. Second reason is for some of the water rides. Now, Kali River Rapids over Animal Kingdom, it doesn't really work as well. You can still do it, and it'll keep you drier, but you're still going to get wet. Things like Tiana's Bayou when it opens up, and any of the water type attractions like that. I think I've talked about this before. Put on a poncho, put the poncho between you and the seat. Don't sit all the way back in the seat. Try to sit at the back of the boat and towards the center. Because the water, literally the boat will do this at the front, so the water will go around it, and it will try to slosh over the edges, and there's that little, groove in the back of the seat that the water tries to go across. So stay forward on your seat. Center of the boat, back of the boat is the driest place to ride any of those rides where you don't get completely drenched. Also, if you go to Hollywood, Universal Hollywood Studios, they have the Jurassic Park ride with the big drop. Same thing. So, you will get very wet. I was in the front row the last time I rode, and we actually had to get evac'd from within sight of the dock. They had to stop the ride, unfortunately, because of a medical emergency. But, we had just gone down the drop. I am drenched. I am so ready to get off the ride. And I was going to pay the $5 to use one of the dryers at that point because I was drenched, like, all the way through. And then we sat there for about 40 minutes while they were, figuring out the other thing, and then eventually got our boat up where we could be evac'd off the ride. So that is just something to kind of keep in mind for that. Jeanette said, I'm going to sleep as well. Good night, my best friends. Good night, Jeanette. Thank you so much. It's always great to see you. You're always in here, and I love it. Thank you so much. I'm not sure what my schedule will be tomorrow as far as streaming, so stay tuned for that. I will probably give 30 minutes to an hour of notice in best case scenario. So make sure you have your notification bell on and kind of check back. Also, if you see me in any of the other chats, I might, know you're awake, or you can come over and chat me, or whatever you want to do. We'll work it out. But it's always great to see you, Jeanette. Thank you so much. I missed some comments, so let me hop back up here. PJ said, hands down, reach out to Little Roo for your Walt Disney World tips and tricks. He has been so great to me. Thank you so much, PJ. I really appreciate it. So, a little bit about what happened there. I found out, I was watching PJ's stream. This was months ago, and he mentioned on the stream that he'd be going to Walt Disney World. And I was like, oh, do you want any advice, like tips and tricks? Like, have you been before? And he was like, never been. Any advice you can give me is great. And I sent him a book, practically. It wasn't actually a book, but it was very, very, very long-winded emails, as you can tell from how I talk. And yeah, it looks like it helped him out. I also helped him find his way back to his hotel, I think, one night. So yeah, if you ever have any questions about that, you can direct message me. You can ask me in the chat, because that's part of what I do here on this channel, is talk about tips and tricks for Walt Disney World, Hollywood Studios, all that kind of stuff in Orlando. So yeah, feel free to ask any questions you have as far as that. I will share. I'm an open book as far as that. If I don't know, I'll tell you I don't know, and I can usually tell you where to go to find the answer. Let's see. GV559, what is up? Bring my cousin Pancho? No. Bring a, you know what I mean. No. You wear the poncho. You wear the poncho, sir. Also, it looks like Cordy did just sign off for the night. So if you didn't check that out, make sure you go back and check out some of the stuff over on her channel today. She had a lot of fun. Also, Ace was on there towards the end of the night, and they all kind of hung out for a little while, rode the tram back, and then hung out at the parking deck for a few. So check that out. Also check out Ace Snoopy 32. He had some fun times tonight. So go check him out. Let's see. Making sure I didn't miss anything else. Victor unboxes the world. What's up, my guy? Welcome in. Summons because I heard Jurassic World. See? If you speak it, they will come. If you speak it, they will come. Also, if you guys are just joining me, please hit that like. Please hit that like. It helps us a lot over here. Also, if you're ninja watching, I appreciate you. We love ninja watchers. Please consider hitting the subscribe and that notification bell because I don't always have a lot of notice on these streams. The time does change. I may try to go earlier tomorrow night, but it's going to depend on how things go. So I meant to go earlier tonight, and then I went on at 3-something in the morning. So you never know. But make sure you do those things, and it helps us out immensely over here on Little Roo Plus 2. We are at 88 subscribers right now. We're trying to get at least to 100. I'd love to see 150 before we get there in 11 days, but I'll be happy with 100. We can get there. We're so close. We are so close, guys. 12 subscribers away before we get to 100, and that'll be before we get to Walt Disney World. So thank you all so much for that. I really, really appreciate it. But yes, Victor, I was talking a little bit about, it was actually the Jurassic Park ride. So on the West Coast, they've already updated it to Jurassic World, which I love, and I really wish they'd kind of do it on the East Coast, because even though we still do have the classic ride from like 95, like the queue is very outdated, the video is very much from the 90s that plays when you're in the queue for safety, and the ride itself, there are several sections that definitely need to be fixed. The last time I rode it, there were literally whole sections that just had fencing with masking in front of them, where there used to be dinosaurs. So I really can't wait for the Jurassic World update on the East Coast. However, if you like and want to check out the vintage version, I call it, you definitely want to go now because it is still open. They still have the Raptors and the T-Rex. There's no Indominus. There's no Mosasaur, any of that kind of stuff. So definitely go check that out if you get a chance to go to Florida. There's also some videos out there. I won't be doing much of that content while I'm in Florida because I am going to be spending most of my time this year at Disney because of the annual passes. However, it is in the plans for future years as far as possibilities of things we might do. So very, very, very possible that you'll see me at Universal at some point. Let's see. Jeanette was saying goodbye to everyone. All right, let me hop back over here. Hey, Little Roo, love the thumbnail. Thank you so much, Random Kiwi, and welcome back. Welcome back. We love you over here. Thanks so much for joining us again. PJ said, good night, everyone. Good night, PJ. Good night, PJ. Thank you for everything. Get some sleep. Feel better. Can't wait to see you back out in the parks. Guys, PJ's Ponderosa, everybody. Him and Jay are fantastic. Please go check out their channel if you haven't. And they have been essential. Literally essential. I would not be doing what I am doing right now if it weren't for them because, I mean, they've helped me with everything. Literally everything, whether it's tech, helping, get us over 50 so we could go live, giving me feedback, helping me fix, being able to turn the words around so you can read the posters. By the way, Mom, you're going to watch this tomorrow because I know you're asleep right now. You're welcome. That was Jay that helped me with it earlier. So, surprise! But yeah, please go check out PJ's Ponderosa. They are great, and thank you for dropping that link, Miss Garcia. Much, much, much appreciated. All right, give me 1 second. I'm just making sure I didn't miss anything in chat. So we were kind of talking about different tips and tricks for some of the Florida parks. So I was already talking about water. Water is free. Drink the water. I know Ron on the Go jokes that it's hot dog water when you go to Casey's Corner. It doesn't actually taste like hot dogs. It's just a joke because that's where they serve hot dogs. But it is good. It's ice water. It's free. You just walk up, go, hey, can I have some water, please? And they also have umbrellas in place you can sit down. You can peruse the shops that are air conditioned. But make sure you stay hydrated. Make sure you don't forget to eat. That will be one of the things I am focusing on while I'm there is making sure that I remember to eat. Also, maybe try to plan some of the inside rides for when it's hot during the day. Because most of them, if not all of them, are air conditioned. Or have at least shaded queues with the fans and the misters and all that kind of thing. So definitely check that out. Also, I've seen the cooling towel things. Those are great. Try them out if you haven't. They can be a lifesaver. Electrolytes are important, but make sure that you're not just drinking Gatorade. I know a lot of you probably know this already because a lot of you have been to the parks and kind of done the thing already, but if you don't know, for about every 2 to 3 bottles of water, maybe have a Gatorade. Don't just drink Gatorade all day. You'll dehydrate yourself because there's a lot of salt in Gatorade. So just be aware of that. Try to stay on top of that. Take a break every couple of hours. Go in, take 30 minutes, sit down, get a bite to eat, check your Genie, or check the Mike Disney Experience app, and see what the wait times are looking like. Maybe plan out your next couple hours of the day of what you want to do. Stake out well, I'll talk about parades in a second. We'll get there in a second. But that's the first thing. Second thing is take a poncho. They are not very expensive. If you buy them ahead of time, they will allow them in the park. That's not a problem at all. You don't have to have a Disney poncho. They're a lot easier to handle than an umbrella, believe me. Especially when you're in queues, you're still trying to hold the umbrella and then figure out what to do with it for the ride. It's a whole hassle. So ponchos are a must. Plus they help on the water rides like Tiana's Bayou when it opens up to help kind of keep you a little bit drier if you're like me and don't like to get completely drenched and then walk around with, wet britches all day. So just another thing. Third thing is have an idea of where you want to watch the parade from ahead of time. Do not wait till 5 minutes before the parade to go find a spot. You won't have a good spot. I promise you. You might get lucky, but you probably won't. So my advice to you is kind of already have an idea of where the parade route is. It is marked on the maps. You can Google the maps, but basically when I do talkthroughs on things, so I'll do a talkthrough. It goes one direction to start with and then comes back the opposite direction for the second parade if there are two in one day. So keep that in mind. If you miss the first parade, kind of make a mental note of which direction it went, and you'll know which direction it's going to come from the second time around. The other trick to that is going to be, well, I'll go ahead and tell you where the parade route is, and then I'll tell you the trick. So the route normally starts or ends over by where Tiana's Bayou is, right before you take the left to go to Pirates. So basically, you have Tiana's Bayou on the right, you have the left to go to Adventureland to Pirates on the left. It starts there, goes right past Pecos Bills and all that, gets all the way to Liberty Square, takes a right, it goes across the bridge and around the circle in front of the castle, straight down Main Street, USA, around that circle, and then basically when you first come in the park and you're looking down Main Street at the castle, it ends over to your left. There's this big gate. That's where it either ends or begins. So that is the parade route. Some of my favorite places to watch it are around the bridge over at Liberty Square, because usually you can kind of get a spot where you can lean up against like where the bridge is, and also they usually have to slow down the floats a little bit right there to get across the bridge. So you kind of get a little bit better of a view sometimes. You also can sometimes have a little bit more interaction with the characters because obviously they're spending more time because the float in front of them is taking a little bit longer because they have to slow down to get across the bridge safely to then go around the circle and then speed up going down the street. So that's one trick. Another trick that I've seen a lot of people do and that I've done myself is watch it from, if you go over where it starts or ends over by, I believe it's Pecos Bills, you can hang out in Pecos Bills and you can even watch it from right there, sitting on the outside part, outside. Or you can go further down along that side, but stay on the Pecos Bills side. Don't go to the Frontierland side. This is why I say that. If you want to try to see the parade twice in one parade route, go. This is the best way to do it. Watch it from the Pecos Bills side or the Adventureland side of the parade route. Once you watch it at one end, wherever it's going to start, whether you're at Main Street, you do this in reverse. I'm going to talk it through from Adventureland back. What you're going to do is you watch the parade. As soon as the last float leaves, you turn around, you come back through Adventureland, you go over the bridge and around by Crystal Palace. Go in through Casey's Corner, right there by where I think it's Grayson plays the piano. Go through all the shops and all the way down to the other end of Main Street, down by the train station at Main Street Station. And right there they have another circle. And because the parade has to go around the first circle by the castle, make it all the way down the street, and around the second circle, you can usually catch the parade again, almost in its entirety, if not its entirety, right there by where it's about to go through the gate. You just do that in reverse if you're trying to catch it and it's coming from the other direction. Other thing to remember is if you want to do it from the other side, now this would be not so much for you to say, watch the parade twice. This is if you want to watch the parade once and then get out of parade traffic and get over and start riding rides again. Watch it from the Frontierland side, on the side where Tiana's Bayou is, where the riverboat is, and where Thunder Mountain is. You can start watching over there. They keep the river walk, which basically they have the sidewalk that's right there next to where the parade street is. That's going to be loaded with people. It's going to be absolutely loaded with people. However, there is a river walk basically on the other side of this little shrubbery area that parallels all that, and they keep that open for through traffic during all of the parades, whether it's day or nighttime. So you can watch the parade down there where there's plenty of room to watch it, and then you can cut through on that open thoroughfare, head right on in, and either head over to Haunted Mansion or cut through straight into Fantasyland right there by Peter Pan and Small World, and then you're pretty much out of parade traffic at that point. It's nothing but regular Fantasyland traffic, and you can cut through Fantasyland to get all the way to Tomorrowland. So if you have, I was about to say a fast pass. If you have a lightning lane or something like that, and you want to watch the parade over there, and then you want to get all the way over to Tomorrowland, that's going to be your best route. Don't get stuck on the wrong side of the street, guys. Because believe me, they do try to open it up between the floats sometimes, especially if there's a big break, between the two floats as far as distance. They'll try to open up the street to let people cross. However, those places get really congested, and they will immediately close them back up as soon as the float gets within so much footage, and then you're stuck there. So if you don't want to worry about getting stuck, and you want to be able to get from one side of the park over at Frontierland all the way to the other side of the park with the parade traffic, or to watch the parade and be able to make that route, that's what you want to try to do, is cut down that river walk, cut through Fantasyland, and you cut right around behind everything, and there's no parade traffic. So those are some fun facts about that. And yes, try to scout out your location early as far as roughly where you want to watch it from. So those are just a couple of quick tips and tricks. I did see that, Miss Garcia. I just kind of was off on a tangent there. I'm going to catch up on chat, and then I am going to take one more break, and I'll be back for maybe 30, 45 minutes, and then we'll wrap this thing up so I can head into work. Let's see. Oh, what did I miss? PJ said that water is amazing. Yes, it is, especially in that heat. A said, I'm still needing to stream at Disney World. Well, come on out, man, and let me know if you're coming. PG said, Rue, you're too addictive. I should be asleep. I mean, I appreciate that, but I know you need to get sleep. You need to get rest. We need to see you back in the parks. Get better. You can put me in, just listen to me. You don't have to watch me. I know I'm very fun to watch because I do all kinds of fun things, but just listen to me and go to sleep. Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, Peaches Ponderosa. No, I appreciate that, my friend. I really, really, really do. PG also said, Ace, it's a different experience. Yes, it is. I was actually talking to some people about this earlier. It is very different. And I think a lot of it does kind of span from Walt Disney World is humongous and deals with a lot more foot traffic than Walt Disneyland, whereas Disneyland is much more local based, I think. And I mean, obviously you still have tourists and stuff from out of town, but Walt Disney World is humongous, and it is very much it's basically an operating city right there in Florida. So if you ever have any questions, because you can definitely get bogged down in some of the stuff, or you can do something that's going to put you 20 or 30 minutes or an hour or 2 hours behind your schedule of what you wanted to do, shoot me a chat. Ask me in the chat. I don't mind at all answering any questions you guys might have. Let's see. Just trying to catch up here. Miss Garcia. PJ, yes, that sounds fun. Want to watch Miami Heat NBA game as well as have a lot of fun stuff near there. Oh, yeah, there's a lot of stuff to do in Orlando too. By the way, that's another thing. Always account for Orlando traffic. It is I have never driven in LA. I've seen videos of people driving in LA. I have definitely ridden in cars around San Francisco and stuff like that, and on the freeway between there and Monterey and all that. Orlando traffic is ridiculous. And Florida drivers are not always the best. I will say that. So be careful, leave with plenty of time, and try not to rush, because they drive very, very aggressively. And I do mean very, very aggressively. So anytime you're going to go around Orlando, or if you're staying off property and you're trying to drive in every day like I am, I'm right off property. So, I mean, I'll be very close. But some people stay further away. That's totally fine. Just be aware you're going to hit traffic. And it's going to be a little ridiculous when you're cutting through there to get down to I-4. So just be aware of that. Let's see. Ace said, have you ever golfed in Florida? Ace, I do not golf. It is nothing against the sport. I have attempted it at like Top Golf and places like that, if you're familiar with it. I'm not very good. I think they say I slice every time or something like. I don't know. I played baseball for too long, and the swing is completely different. And I think even when I try to do the proper golf thing, there's still enough baseball muscle memory in me that I totally screw it up. So I'll play it for fun at like a driving range, but I've never actually played golf on a golf course. But there are a lot of golf courses in Florida, including one on Walt Disney World property that's actually really, really cool. They also have a Fantasia themed mini golf course. So just a couple extra things you can check out there. PG said, Ace, that sounds amazing, but Miami and Orlando are different parts of the states. Yes, they are. They're about 2 hours away from each other, if I remember right. So be aware of that. And Miami is its own entity, very much so. But yes, they are very much different parts of the state. I know on the map, It looks like, the East Coast is very condensed and everything, especially compared to California, but the states are a lot bigger than they look, especially Florida, especially the farther south you go, because it lasts forever. I mean, when I'm driving, when I hit the Florida line, I still got another 4.5 hours of driving easy before I'm in Orlando. So just be aware of that when you are kind of planning things to do here. There's a lot to do around Orlando. If you go outside the Orlando area, you're going to be driving an hour and a half plus. If you're heading to Miami, it's probably more like 2 to 3. So just be aware of that. And if you're heading to the Keys, that's a long drive from there. A long drive. So just be aware of that. Ace said, PJ, looks like we need a week trip then. Hey, let's do it, guys. I'm down. I am down. I've said it before. I'll say it again. Let's see. Hey, GV559. Good night. Enjoy Little Roost stream. Thank you, PJ. I appreciate that. PJ also said, oh, best believe you're on the TV until the stream ends. Thank you so much. I should just be like, I'm watching you. Are you asleep yet? I'm kidding. PJ asks, a slice? What is a slice? I don't know sports. That's what they call it apparently when you try to hit the ball straight and it goes like over there. So I don't know golf well enough to explain it any better than that. It has something to do with the spin and the way you do the... I don't know. Maybe Ace knows. Maybe Ace can help. Let's see. Ace said, with reservations, you're able to book them within 90 days at Disney World as well. Don't know as much with Disney World. Yes, you should be able to. If you don't have an annual pass, you don't have to worry about reservations for parks. So we don't have that rule like you guys do with Disneyland. Literally, if you're getting a regular ticket or like a multi-day ticket, as long as it's not an annual pass, you don't have to worry about reservations for parks. You just show up at the park you want to go to. I will say the closer in you get, sometimes the more expensive it can be if you're trying to stay on property or something like that as far as hotels. But they do also offer deals, especially if you're flexible with what days you're trying to stay. Where try, and I've said this before, always start with, I always recommend 3 to 4 days to start, and then add and subtract days to watch the change in price. Usually sometime around the 3rd day, the price has a discount, jumps back up, it gets expensive on the 4th. 5th, if you had 5 days, it's going to be a little bit cheaper than the 4th day. And then if you had a 6 days, sometimes it gets a little bit more expensive. And if you get up to 7 or 8 days, it gets really cheap again. So do play with the amount of days and watch what the price does. Because sometimes your price per day will variate a good $200 easily between if you're trying to go for 3 days versus 5 days. So that is a great way to save money. Also, they have a lot of deals where, like, if you stay for 5 days, you're really kind of just paying for like 3.5 to 4 of those days, and you get a discount on your ticket, and you have, all of the perks and everything of staying on property as far as the extra magic hours, both 30 minutes before the park opens, as well as usually 30 minutes to an hour after the park closes, with the exception of when they do the after hours events, which usually costs about $120. I think they stay open 3 to 4 hours past close. There's a lot less lines, a lot less people in the park. It's a lot easier to stream on those things because there's just not as many people using, the AT&T and everything there. And also the Tron does not have the virtual queue running when they do the extra magic, or when they do the after hours events. It's a straight up standby line. And I've seen and heard and know people that have literally just done Tron for the whole night and have ridden it like 4 or 5 times. And it was a walk on for like the first 2 before the line, got long. So that's one of the reasons I've mentioned extra magic hours before. Also, if any of you guys want to see any of that stuff, I don't have any of that planned for this trip. I may do something like that in the future. But if you ever want to see something like that, or you want to help us do something like that, or you want to help us do specific, rides or Genie Plus or anything like that, and see more rides and be able to kind of get on more stuff in one day, we may do Genie Plus 1 or 2 days while I'm there, but it will not be every day. But if you ever want to help us out with any of that, we do now have a PayPal as well as a Cash App, as well as we have the Patreon, which I'm still trying to get figured out and working, but I appreciate your patience on that one. And then we also have the Sweet Treat link at Go Buy Me a Coffee. So they're never expected, but donations are always appreciated. And anything given will always go straight back into the channel as far as bringing you better experiences, better quality production, more experiences as far as more places and more things we can do. So again, never expected, always appreciated. If you ever feel that you would like to help support Little Roo Plus 2, we would greatly appreciate it. Go check out those links, and the mods know how to do that in the chat. Bringing me back around to the chat, let me see if I can take a look here. Ace said, I know golf. I bet you do, buddy. I bet you do. All right, I'm going to try to answer these last few questions real quick, and then I am going to take a quick break, and then I'll be back. So any other questions while I'm gone, please put those in the chat and I will answer them all when I get back. Let me swing through these real quick. If it's something that's going to take more than like a minute or two to answer, I am going to wait till I come back. So give me 1 second to read this. If you're not using your hips to keep your head down and shoulders apart, you can hit the golf ball straight and fire. Ace, will have to do a golf lesson with you. You need to do a golf stream. That could be fun. It's about contact with golfing, not how hard you swing. That might be my problem. Peachy said, what does annual passes here also work at Walt? Wait, do annual passes here also work at Walt Disney World? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think so because I don't think mine works at Disneyland. It's not like some of the passes they do for other parks where, you know, you can buy a park for like Six Flags and you can go to all the Six Flags. I don't think they offer that for Disney, but I do need to check on that. Also, you can go to My Disney Experience or you can call the 1-800 number. They are there almost 24/7 and they're really, really, really nice and they'll answer any questions that you have. I just don't want to tell you the wrong thing on that one, but I don't think that's a thing. Cordy in California. Hey, welcome. Welcome to the Ghost Stream. How are you? Good to see you. I was watching you on my screen over here while I was chatting earlier. It looked like you were having fun. And also you're sending me those leftovers, right? Like I need some of that. That looks delicious. This is the second time I've seen you eat that and it looks so good. She said, Little Roo, hey Night Owls. Yeah, thank you so much for joining us, Cordy. We really, really appreciate it. Guys, Cordy in California is awesome. She's helped us out over here at Little Roo Plus too, and I love watching her stuff. So please go check her out if you haven't. Also tonight, there was a little bit of a streamer meetup between her and Ace. I think I saw Christina in there. So definitely go check out that stream from earlier on Cordy in California's page. Thanks so much for joining us. Really, thank you so much for everything. Let's see. Wendy, are you still here? And then, yes, oh my gosh, it's Cordy in California. Cordy, I'm so sorry. I do have to take a quick 2-minute break because I try to stretch my legs because I sit here and talk, and next thing I know, it's been 4 hours of me talking. So I am going to put up a quick video. I think just since you're here, I'm going to show the kiddos awesome driving skills, and I'll be right back in about 2 minutes. Again, everybody else, if you have any questions, I know tonight we are kind of steering more towards the tips and tricks for the Florida parks. If you have any questions at all, whether it's booking, parking, transportation in the parks, weather, lack of weather, all that kind of stuff, throw it in the chat and I will do my best to answer those questions as soon as I get back. Like I said, I'm going to throw up this video real quick. Cordy, also, we are still figuring out how to do music, so it is going to be muted. I apologize, but we're learning. Every night we're learning. It's going to be great. But I'm going to go ahead and throw this one up. This is one of our favorites over here. And let me go ahead and mute everybody. I'll see you in just a second. Oh, you ready? Donald, plug that in. Don't trip over. No, wait. All right, guys, seriously, like, can we try to act professional for like 5 minutes? Come on, I know it's late. Oh, sorry, pal. All fine, Mickey. All right, let's get back to the chat real quick here, guys. Are you guys good? Donald, take your break. Yeah, I know. All right, guys, I am back. Thanks so much. I appreciate it. Sorry, my tech crew was doing something there, so I never know what's going on. I stepped away for 2 seconds, and they started messing with stuff, and who knows? All right, let's see. Let me hop back into chat here. Where did my cursor go? There it is. All right. Let's see here. it's Courtney. I know her. That was Ace Snoop. Yeah, I know. Someday I'm going to get out there and meet all you guys. You guys have all been awesome. Thank you so much. When he was saying, hey, Corey said, haha, first time I've been able to catch your stream. Thank you so much for catching the stream. I know normally you're doing your car karaoke at the same time. So I'm watching that and I'm doing this at the same time. And always telling people, go over, say hey, and give you a wave and say, I said you're a rock star because you're awesome. We love your stuff. We love your stuff over here at Little Root Plus too. GV said, hi, Candy. Wendy said, Ace said, Wendy girl, are the tacos almost ready, feeling spicy? Cordy, if you missed last night, go check that out about the 2-hour mark for about 45 minutes. Because Winks and Ace, you might be seeing some fun new content from them. Fun new content. You'll understand what I mean. I know some people were talking about it earlier as far as heels might be involved. I will say that. Heels might be involved. So just that's a middle picture that I'll leave you with is Ace Snoopy and Winx Wild Ride in heels at Disney. That could be fun. I think that'd be hilarious. So definitely check that out. Let's see. Random Kiwi said, looks like my driving skills on Autopia after a few libations. Careful. Don't go too crazy with the libations. Wendy Girl said, Ace, Snoopy, tacos, and drinks. Yes. Hey, I'm down. It is that spicy time of night. And I'm definitely seeing some chili peppers in here. There, yes, Corey, you're getting it on the spicy. I like it. TV said, Ace Caliente. Yes, he can be. Very, very much so. Very, very much so. And again, if you missed last night, go check it out. Like I said, around that 2-hour mark, it got very, very interesting. And by the end of it, I was like, and this is going to have a disclaimer in the description. Oh, let's see. Yes, exactly. So thank you guys so much for hanging out. I appreciate it. Like I said, I'll probably be live for maybe another 30 minutes. And Miss Garcia, try to keep me to that because I do have to get ready for work. Because believe it or not, I do sleep. I promise I sleep. Just at very, very strange times of day. So that's how I'm able to do this. Right now, like I said, it's about 6:07 a.m. on the East Coast. I think that puts it about 3:07 over there. So yeah, we have fun here at night. We have a lot of fun here at night. Sometimes possibly too much fun here at night. So I know we were covering some tips and tricks for Walt Disney World. Another thing to be aware of, and I've talked about this before, is if you're not doing the Genie Plus and Lightning Lanes and that kind of thing are completely separate. So you don't always have to have one to have the other. And there are still rides that have to do the virtual queues and all that kinds of things. So, virtual queues and Genie Plus are completely separate. So you don't have to have one to have the other. Rides that have virtual queues still right now are going to be like Tron over there at Magic Kingdom, which, by the way, I announced last night. If you missed last night, I'm going to go ahead and say it again. One of the little surprises that I have been teasing is I did go ahead. I know I said I wasn't going to, but I did go ahead and get a chest mount. So hopefully we will be able to get on Tron. So you won't only get the queue, you should also get some of the ride. Again, as I said many times, I only have one phone as of right now. So if it goes flying, we're done. But I'm doing everything in my power to be able to take you guys as many places as possible. So I did want to go ahead and mention that for anybody that missed it. There is one other small surprise that I haven't announced yet as far as while we're there. And it is directly related to Disney and things that will be happening there. I will get to that probably a little bit closer. And right now we are about 11 days out. 11 days out, guys. I will be there for Rope Drop on the 15th of March. I'm leaving here at like 5 something in the morning, and I should be in Orlando by 7:30, which gives me plenty of time to get rental car, deal with Orlando traffic, and get all the way over to the parks. So that is the plan. GV559 said, what? Get out of here. I don't know what you're referring to. There's a lot of stuff that could be, referring to. Ace Snoop said, where's my spicy bestie, Miss Garcia? Miss Garcia is hiding out. She's here. Don't you worry. She's just over there watching everybody. Also, After Hours Miss Garcia is a lot of fun, Courtney, if you did not know. A lot of fun. But back to what I was talking about, because I saw this pop up, so I wanted to answer it. Excuse me. Pardon. Golly. Ha! There we go. So when you're doing the virtual queues, what you want to do is set an alarm. I believe I can't remember if it's 6 or 7 a.m., but you want to set an alarm. It's before the parks open, all that kind of thing. It happens twice a day. One of the other ones that still has virtual queue is Cosmic Rewind, which is Guardians of the Galaxy. I just had a moth fly by me. I am in North Carolina. We have moths. It's a thing. But those two especially, they fill up quick. So literally as soon as it turns to the top of the hour, hit the button on the My Disney Experience app. It will give you a boarding group number. And basically the way that works is depending on if the ride goes down or if it stays up, obviously they'll get through more groups if it stays up. If it goes down, they may not get to all the groups that day. So it doesn't technically insure you a ride, but the higher up on the boarding group list you are, the better chances. Obviously, if you're in like the first several hundred, you're good. If you're way down the list, maybe not so much. So make sure you try to do that one first thing in the morning. If you do happen to oversleep it and miss that one can be done from anywhere on or off property for whichever park you're headed to that day. If you have an annual pass, it has to be for a park you have a reservation for. If you have a regular day pass or a multi-day pass that's not an annual pass, you don't have to worry about park reservations at all. You can just do that, no problem. The second time it opens up is at 1 p.m. Now that one is a little bit different. It's the same concept, but you have to physically be in the park that the ride that you're trying to get the virtual queue for is in. So make sure that you are aware of that. If you are doing a park hopping thing, which we do plan on doing, make sure if you're trying to hit that 1 o'clock one to get a boarding group, that you're in the park for that ride. Otherwise, they're not going to let you do it on the app, and you will miss out on that. So just two things to definitely keep in mind while you are there. Also, if you stay on property, you do get perks. One of the perks is you can get into the park 30 minutes before Gen Pop, and usually on some nights, unless they're doing an after hours event, they let you stay 30 minutes to an hour after Gen Pop closes. And they do check that at the gate of every ride, but that's kind of a perk that they do if you're staying at a Walt Disney World hotel. Also, I believe they do it for the Swan and Dolphin, which, fun fact, is the only hotel on Disney property not owned by Disney. So just figured I would go ahead and mention that. Ace said, I'll cool the heels talk. Winks isn't here. Right? So Winks has to be here when we're talking about heels, because I feel like you guys have to kind of confer and like color match and work all that out. Also, I didn't see your Sephora stream today, man. What in the world? So a couple of other things. As far as Genie Plus, you can buy it once and it goes for all the parks. You do not have to buy it per park. I found that out today because I was curious, because I am going to be doing park hopping. I didn't do park hopping last year when I was there because I was only there for 4 days, and we just did a park per day. So this year, doing 8 days for the first trip, and we'll be doing multiple more trips. Again, for those just joining, we will be there on March 15th for Rope Drop at Magic Kingdom, and we will be there through the 22nd. And then we're also doing Busch Garden Williamsburg, which is where that video of my kiddo's lovely driving skills was from. That's Busch Gardens Williamsburg. That will be May 16th through 18th, and we will be doing Food and Wine Festival. So that will be a lot of fun. That one, they're not as friendly with phones in that park. They're very much against you having phones on the rides. I don't know if the chest mount will help us out and get on some roller coasters, but there are a lot of really good views of the roller coasters because most of them are outdoor. So we'll be swapping off the gimbal, me and Mrs. Rue, and we'll be trying to see who can film the other one better on the rides. And we'll maybe take a consensus at the end of the day from the chat, and the winner will get something. We haven't decided what yet, but that is being kicked around out there. Also, I can say I'm already planning the next Disney trip. I have not announced when that will be because I have not officially booked it yet, but it is already in the planning phases. I am looking at that almost currently. So keep tuned for that. Also, I have been teasing a really big surprise. I still can't tell you guys what it is. I know I'm trying to talk a little bit less about it just because there's a ton of other things coming up now that we're a lot closer to the day of me actually being at the parks. However, that is still in the works. I have not gotten a confirmation yet whether it's going to happen or not going to happen, but I am still waiting. I've been checking up on it regularly. So as soon as I can tell you guys what it is, I will. I'm really excited. If it does work out, it's going to blow you guys' mind. It's going to be a first for me. It's going to be awesome. I'm going to stop talking about it now because there's a ton of hints out there. So if you don't know or you're wondering, pay attention to all the other streams and other things that are out there, because I'm telling you, there's a lot of hints out there. A lot of hints. All right, heading back into the chat. Ace said color match. He said 8 days, you don't have a pass? I have an annual pass. So I can go, the way the annual passes work is you purchase them ahead of time and everything, and then your timer starts the first day that you use it. So my timer will start March 15th, and I have 1 year. And I can do all the park hopping and visiting the parks I want to do. It's free parking, 10% off food, 20% off a lot of the merchandise. So we will, I think, Ace, I noticed I missed a comment of yours last night. I'm pretty sure we will be doing a little bit of merch hunting while we're there. I'm also trying to figure out giveaways and all that kind of thing. So maybe we'll be looking for stuff to give away. I don't know. You'll have to stay tuned. But yeah, all that is very fluid right now. Also, there will be a mixture of formats while we are there, depending on the day, the weather, the park, things happening, life, etc. So make sure you have that notification button already hit and ready to go, because there will be lives, and then sometimes it'll be lives followed by several hours of vlogs on the hour, and then a live at the end of the day. Sometimes it will be me live by myself, or maybe with Mrs. Rue. Sometimes it'll be all of us. It's going to be different every day. So just be aware of that. It is also, you know, I want to make sure the little one has a good time, and I want to make sure Mr. Rue has a good time, my friend has a good time, but I also want to make sure you guys have a good time. And I know a lot of people have requested rides and specific attractions they want to see. Probably the most popular is going to be Haunted Mansion, because I do know your mansion is down right now. So I will at least have a vlog of Haunted Mansion, as long as everything goes to plan. And I do plan on trying to live stream it. However, it does have a lot of lag in there. So bear with us. Like I said, I probably will be doing both at the same time. So that way there's a video you guys can get your fix off of. And if you guys want to stay live and chat, we can do that at the same time. So just a couple of updates on that stuff. Random Kiwi said, have a good night, everyone. I'm off for the evening. Got to work in a couple hours. I totally get you, Random Kiwi, because I do too. So have a great night. Get some rest. Take a nice nap. Get your coffee in the morning. Have a great day. Watch my short, because that's me getting amped up on the way to work very, very early after I got off one of these streams. So thanks so much for hanging out again, Random Kiwi. We appreciate you being in here. Windy Girl, yes, you're still here. Miss Garcia, yeah, I said Miss Garcia was still here. I told you. She's always watching. Always watching. But thank you all for sticking around with me. Does anybody else have any other questions or just queries, I guess I could say, about things having to do with not just Walt Disney World, but also Hollywood Studios Orlando, and of course Orlando itself, because I could try to answer those as best I can. So if anybody has any of those, drop those in the chat. Also, since I mentioned Hollywood Studios, or excuse me, Universal Studios, I'm talking really fast. It's very early in the morning. So Universal Studios Orlando also has a entrance walk that you do not have to have a ticket to either the actual Universal Studios or Islands of Adventure or the new park when it finally opens up. It has Rock and Roll Cafe. It has Voodoo Donuts, which is very, very good. I have a picture somewhere that I need to put on Insta. It might be on Mrs. Rue's Insta already. Those links are on my channel page. So if you just click the extra links button, you have mine, which is the little Rue. You have the +2, which is my wife's. She's got a ton more stuff on there, but I'm pretty sure there's some pictures from that place. The donuts are delicious. They are huge, and they are so, so, so good. But they also do sometimes some live shows down there. There's places to shop. There's other restaurants. There's all kinds of stuff. So if you are in the Orlando area and you don't have tickets to, Universal or Islands of Adventure, you can always go down there and kind of check it out. And there's a ton of stuff to do there. It's also a great place to date night. Just throwing that out there. Random Kiwi said, do you have an Instagram? Yes, I do have an Instagram. It is Little Rue +2. So instead of the full LITTLE, it's just LIL Rue +2. That link, like I said, I think I have a Nightbot command for it. Yes, thank you, Ms. Garcia. That should be popping up there in a second. But there are two of them. So make sure you check out both of those. If for some reason that link doesn't work, there are both links on my channel page. There it goes, right there. So that's mine, and then the +2 you can find on the channel drop down at the very top of my channel page. Okay, that was a lot of talking really fast. I'm going to take a drink real quick because I'm parched.
Nothing can stop us now. I'll show you how. Make it happen. Let's take a ride.
All right, I'm just refreshing the chat real quick. You guys know how I do. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate every single one of you. We are up to 87 subscribers over here at Little Rue +2, and we do have 12 likes on this video, so thank you so much for everybody doing that. We are trying to get to at least 100 before we get to Disney, so we're only 13 friends away, so thank you so much. I appreciate every single one of those clicks. It helps us out immensely, immensely. Also, yes, thank you, Ms. Garcia. Check out the TikTok. I know I haven't updated a lot on there. There is more stuff to come. I've spent a lot of time in the last several days either working or being live with you guys or trying to catch a nap before I'm live with you guys. So I do have some time coming up this week that I will be updating some of those pages and different social medias. I will be adding the Hot Ones challenge from last year. It's not the best photo quality. I originally said I was going to put it on the Patreon, but I've decided I'm going to go ahead and edit it the best I can, and I'm going to put it on here because I know some of the streamers have agreed to do a virtual Hot Ones challenge this year, so more to come on that. It is still in the planning phase, but at least you will get to see and enjoy me looking like I would like to be anywhere other than where I'm at, and me go from I'm very nervous to in immense pain. And believe me, you will see when it flips. Because, like, I'm very scared to begin with. I'm kind of timid. And then there's definitely a moment where it's like, oh boy. So yes, definitely check that out. That should be out in the next couple of days. Like I said, I finally was able to get the footage onto my computer. I just have to get it edited and ready to go to drop for a video. Also, there'll be some shorts from it coming up to tease it, probably even before that. Oh, let's see. Yes, and my weather link does work. Awesome. And I have it set for Orlando. So that's just kind of giving you an idea of what it's like down there right now. Like I was saying earlier, the humidity is at 99%. It is 6:21 in the morning in Orlando, and it is 99% humidity. 63 degrees, 99%. That's insane. But it's Florida. That's how it goes. Cordy said, good night, everyone. Sweet dreams to you all. So good to see you, Little Ruth. Thank you so much for hanging out, Cordy. Thank you so much. Everyone, make sure if you haven't yet, go check out Cordy in California. She is absolutely awesome. And she's been such a help to this channel. We really appreciate her. Thank you so much for joining me, Cordy. Thank you so much. And
See you next time. Bye.
But yes, we really appreciate having Cordy in the chat. And also, I do voices, Cordy. Sorry. I do lots of voices. So check that out too if you get bored. So yes, everybody say goodnight. Go check out that link. We really appreciate Cordy in California over here. All right, guys, I got about 9 more minutes before I wrap this up. Does anybody else have any questions or queries or thoughts? I can talk more about the planning stuff. I can talk more about tips and tricks in the actual parks. So yeah, let me know what you want to talk about. I will say we were talking about earlier the heat and the humidity. I mentioned this before, but I'll mention it again. Some of the hottest places that I have found at Walt Disney World on property are going to be Galaxy's Edge. So make sure you hydrate very well if you are in Galaxy's Edge, because it is an oven. You walk onto Bantu and you're cooking the entire time. So just be aware of that. Also, Animal Kingdom, there are only like 3 inside attractions in the whole park. So they do have merch shops and places you can sit down and eat. So take advantage of those places to get some AC, cool down. Like I said, I recommend a 30-minute break, eat, plan out some more of your day, maybe check your Disney Experience app to see show times, or you can go check out some of the shows. They have the Finding Nemo show, they have the Lion King show, both of which are very fun and just good ways to get out of the heat and kind of relax and recharge. And it will literally make a huge difference, especially if you're going to be there for 4, 5, 6, 7, like me, 8 days. Don't try to go crazy the first day, because by the 3rd day, it's going to tell on you. So make sure you pace yourself. And I know you can get excited. You want to see all the things. Pace yourself, stay hydrated, stay prepared. I know we've talked about ponchos in this one. We've talked about some of the different things they offer there for options as far as cooling off, like the cooling off towels, the fans, the misters, the personal fans and misters, all that kind of thing. Miss Garcia, right now, you are awesome. She's dropping a bunch of links. We do now have the Patreon up. I am still building content for it, so I do apologize for that. But if anybody wants to get in on the ground floor of that, please go check it out. Also, I believe there's a video on there that was supposed to be for members only, but apparently it's not. So check out the Patreon link. Check out that video. It's a follow-up, basically, of the original Meet Little Roo Plus 2 video, where my little one decided she wanted to stream. So she turned the camera back on and decided to tell you guys all about her plans for things. So yes, Wendy Girl is 100% humidity right now where we are at in NC, because Wendy Girl and I are both East Coast based over here. So we keep each other. She keeps me up to date on the weather if I'm inside or taking a nap and haven't been outside in a little while, because the weather here is always changing, constantly. But yes, it's very humid here right now in NC. I'm probably going to go outside and crank my truck and just watch the water do this down the windshield. So yes. Thank you for that, Wendy. I appreciate it. I was talking about something else. Oh, we have the Cash App up as of today that just launched. We have the Buy Me a Coffee link, which is working. If for any reason any of these links ever don't work, please direct message me. Also, the email is up as of today. You can find that in the drop-down link box. If you want to direct message me about anything, or once we start doing giveaways, that'll be how you send me your information so that I can send you whatever you want. So definitely check that out. but it is active as of right now. It went up earlier today. That was one of the things that I stayed up working on all day. So we have Cash App Live, we have PayPal Live, we have the Buy Me a Coffee Live, we have the email live, we've got content coming. It's just all these things are happening at once. All these things are happening at once, which I absolutely love. I absolutely love. It's keeping me very, very, very busy. So I appreciate every single one of you. Also, go check out Living Dead Fam. They were live earlier today. They do a lot of Knott's Berry Farm as well as Walt Disneyland content. If you have not checked them out, they are absolutely awesome. Thank you, Miss Garcia. That was going to be my next point. Give some love to the mods. We have all-star mods over here. I am so lucky and just so honored to have all of these mods. They are all-star mods from a bunch of other channels. You will see them out there. You'll see me out there modding for other people. But seriously, if you see us in other chats, say hey. I will ask if it's a chat or a streamer that is not actively shouting out my stuff or talking about my stuff, please do not promote this channel unless they bring it up first. I don't want to disrespect any of the other creators. They've been amazing to me. So I'd really appreciate that. But if you do see me in there, feel free to say hey. You know, you can say like, you know, hey, and we can talk about the stream and all that kind of thing. If it's anything pertaining to my content, though, I do ask that that kind of stays over here, unless the creator themselves okays it. That will usually be very obvious. So I do ask that we do that just out of respect for all the other creators because they've been amazing to me. I want to make sure I show the respect and love that they deserve back to them because they've shown me nothing but just community and love since I started this whole endeavor. So I really, really do appreciate that. But I just wanted to put that little disclaimer out there. So just make sure we keep it here. And like I said, unless they're okay with it. And it's usually pretty obvious who's okay with it and who's not. So just be aware of that. Let's see. Ace looks like he's heading out. Have a great night, buddy. Appreciate you for hanging out again. I don't know if what time I'm going live tonight/tomorrow. So that will, to be determined. So watch that notification bell. It will pop up at some point. Windy Girl, Miss Garcia, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Does anybody have anything else for me? Because I am about to go ahead and wrap this up. And while I'm waiting for that response, thank you, Ninja Watchers. If you are Ninja watching right now, I appreciate you. I really, really do. If you haven't hit that subscribe button yet or that like button, it really does help out this channel. We are just starting out, and we want to be able to bring you more fun content and better content and go more places and all that kind of thing. We do have some other stuff that is not theme park related coming down the pipe that we will be doing sometime probably when it warms up. We also should be introducing a couple of fireside chats from outside once it's decent weather. But again, that'll be based on weather. There'll probably be some beach stuff coming. Spoiler alert. So just stay tuned. There's a bunch of different stuff that we're going to be doing on this channel. It is not just the ghost streams. However, this is kind of the only content I have right now until I get to the parks on the 15th. So thank you again for coming in. Thank you for joining. Miss Garcia, thank you for that. Ace, again, get some sleep, buddy. Get some sleep, buddy. Love those chili peppers. Love those chili peppers in chat. We got Spicy Ace for that spicy time of night. All right, guys, I'm gonna give it about another minute, and then I'm gonna bounce. But I appreciate all of you being here. I really, really, really do. I could not do this without you, and I mean, there really would be no point. I'd be sitting here talking to my phone. No one would be talking to me, and that's the beautiful thing about this ghost stream. Like I've said many times, I'll say it again. This was never planned, to be honest. This just happened. It started out as I was testing something, and suddenly people popped in and started chatting, and 3 days later, we had the ghost stream. So thank you all for being here again. I appreciate it. I know I spend very wee hours talking to you guys, but it's an honor and a privilege to be able to host some of these people in here. We did have Wings Wild Ride last night. We had Ace Snoopy 32 tonight. We had Cordy in California tonight, which was awesome. It was our first time checking this out. Really, really appreciate that. Big shout out to Cordy. We appreciate her over here. And then, of course, the backbone of my channel, which is PJ's Ponderosa. I would not be doing this without them. I would not be doing this without you. So I thank you all. Thank you so much. Seriously. It means the absolute world to me. Absolute world to me. I love doing this, and I want to keep doing this. So thank you so much. Everyone, have a wonderful, wonderful night. Have a great day tomorrow, guys. Have a great day. Have a great day. Seriously. Get pumped. Listen to that favorite song you like. I was listening to Encanto the other day. I'm probably going to listen to Frozen on the way in this morning. I'm definitely going to listen to Start a Wave and cry a little bit just to get it out. But seriously, have a great day. And I wish nothing but positivity and good vibes to all of you. I hopefully will see you this evening. There might be a little bit of a surprise coming up this evening. I don't know yet. So stay tuned for that. But again, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. Windy Girl, thank you so much. Miss Garcia, my all-star mods, You guys all rock. Thank you. Thank you so much for everything you do over here. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, I am going to go ahead and head out, but have a great night, everybody. And seriously, stay safe out there, and I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Good night.